This stream is brought to you by... Have you ever been misunderstood? A puppy in a rage monster's body? Well, we here at Trollocs Lives Matter believe there is a human inside all of us. And
they were effectively genetically engineered war tools.
TLM, because even
nightmare fuel
needs love too. And maybe a hug.
Could be a wrecking. That house. How long? Keep timing.
Wheel of Time, you say? I have no idea. But I do love this chair. It's great. Ooh, what's that? Hey, a pine cone. Smells delightful. Let's get that out of here. Let's go. Man, my own bones are aching. I like going for a walk. Hey, that's a birdie. Look at that up there. I like birdies. Oh, what's that over there in the forest? Oh, you know what I could really go with? A tree hug. Wonderful.
Hello. This is Big Game James Worthy of the Los Angeles Lakers, and I've seen a lot of great teams, but I've never seen fans like this. Will of Time fans. Don't stop believing. You're built something special, and I'm standing with you. Let's bring it back. Hashtag save WOT. Continued success.
What the hell are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Hey, look, it's a plane. Whoa, what's that say? Save wheel of crime? Stay woke? What? Brave a wheel of cake? Shave works? Suave wheat of cream? Shad walk? Starve weeping slime? Shorts are okay? Rave all the time? Shave the warts? I can't see. I can't see what it says. I don't understand. Somebody help. I'm lost. Help me, please. Save me. Karakarn! Oops. Hey, there I am. I don't know, man. That would, Josh, that's I don't think I can do that, man. That is just like another level of just I can't read that shit. I feel dirty even thinking about it. What's up, Sherry? Oh, yeah, always ready for dumb stuff. But I feel like I'm like just looking at some of those things, right? Just the little bullshit clips I have. They're some of the most ridiculous, stupid, retarded shit surrounded the Wheel of Time fucking TV show, didn't it? No. Well, Josh is talking about milk, not me. I can't milk anything else. No more milk. No more milk for me. I can't do it. No more milk. I'm fucking cold, man. Jesus Christ. Fucking being anemic sucks. Beatty, what's up? Lots of progression between Tactics 2 and 3. Yeah, I went crazy power leveling. And then, like, of course, well, I don't know how much of it you watch, but then, of course, you start getting the name characters. It's like, oh, well, now I got to level them too. Great. Good job. So yeah, what's up, Dark Wolf? So, but it's fun stuff. I don't even know how far along I am. I'm doing pretty decently. Maybe a quarter of the way, halfway. I don't know. Stuff is starting to ramp up in Tactics. So yeah,
let's see. What is what? Uh, where did he? Oh, yeah, here. You got to get the Minotaur book and do a reading. I don't think anybody wants that. What's up, dumb guy? I don't think anybody wants me to read that book. I am no milkman. That's true. I'm glad you enjoyed the Dresden stream. It was fun. It was a fun stream. So I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm already a little bit of the way into Deadbeat. I read a little bit more today. So uh, I I, I don't even want to. Man, isn't it all female parts? From what you from isn't it all female parts? Don't tell me there's a dude that works at the milking farm. I don't even want to know about it. That's crazy. What a book. What a book. So like I went down a weird rabbit hole. The good thing is like the good thing is like nothing has been posted. So it's officially like it's almost being erased from the internets. The Wheel of Time, that is. Because there is nothing within the last like 2 months, I think. Most June. I've seen some June and some May stuff. I couldn't find anything more recent than that about the show. So that's sort of like so it's slowly being eroded from the memory of time, right? So that's good news, right? But then you of course like ponder upon some stuff like just like I was just responding to some like DMs on Twat, right? And then you run into like shit like idiots saying, "Oh, I love the books, and he's my favorite character, and I loved how Zoe Robbins portrayed it." How can both be true? I don't understand that. I will never be able to figure that out in my own head. I will never be able to reconcile that. Is that out yet? Is it still wish? Yeah, it's still wish. Oh yeah, it's not for a while. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, man! What activity for the? Did you see the Downton Girls? Because a bunch of people because 30,000 players signed up for Battle for Randland. Did they rename it again? Heroes and Forsaken. Wait, did they? Wait, they renamed it again? Wait, is that the same thing? Wait a second. They renamed it again? Hold on. Wait a second. What is happening? They renamed this shitty card game again? They did. The Fate of Randland. It's now called Heroes and Forsaken? Holy shit. Play anywhere at any time, guys. This doesn't look like generic shit. I can't believe I can't believe they freaking changed the name again. This is like the third name change, isn't it? What's up, Eldan? I wonder if they would have pushed. Who knows? Maybe they liked Bully Naive. I don't know. Like I don't understand like how like it'll never compute to me how you can say yeah, it's one of the, it's just it never. How you could say you're a book lover and at the same time be like, yeah, the show did a good job. It's like you can like the show if you really have bad taste, but like they didn't do a good job doing anything. So like it's just one of those things. I'll never understand it. There, yeah, here, this is what I was looking at. Yeah, it's fucking. They changed it. It is 100% another name change. So it their copyrights must have came through on Forsaken, I guess. I don't know. The White Tower to the Borderlands from Aiel to Shanchan Empire. Holy shit. Where's where's the Dragon Reborn card? Does he not exist? What faction does he belong to? They're gonna make him go with the Aiel. Is that what he's gonna do? Fucking hell, man. It's so bad. What are we doing? Yeah, there it was. There's the dancing the dancing girl for getting 30 a massive 30,000 people. Oh shit. Like it's yeah, there you go. Yeah, that I'll tell you what. Nothing screams Wheel of Time more than that screen right there. Right? I mean, I see that and I think, man, Wheel of Time, like that is right on the money. Wheel of Time, like shit. That doesn't look like softcore porn at all, right? I mean, Jesus Christ. That's pretty cool. Narc always finds good stuff. Battle for Ranlau is now. Wait, and you spoke, we listened. Who spoke? Who spoke? Nobody even responded. It's fucking crazy. Oh my god. All right. Yeah, I didn't even like I don't even know like this is what I was looking at. I saw this yesterday. Like Narg's busy playing around with uh Sora or some other. I think this was maybe something else. So I don't know. There's some cool AI stuff coming out for Wheel of Time and other stuff, right? There's a lot of it popping up. Reddit spoke. Wait, what, Reddit spoke and got the name changed of the trading card game from Battle of Ranland. No, I think they're supposed. No, I hope that, dude, that, dude, if that was Moraine, that's fucking just like, come on. That's the newest trading card game, Aldan, based on the Wheel of Time, man. Did you know? Aren't you in the know? Yeah, well, yeah, it's like and it's like you spoke, we listened. Who, like, I don't see anybody responding. Like, where did they speak? It would be funny if like there's a Reddit post full of shit. Like it's like, hey, you should change your name because this Battle for Randland doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Yeah, yep. On some powerful drugs. That's true. That's true. Dude, I can't. Dude, fourth wing is gonna put is so fourth wing is dragon porn, right? Whereas the Milkland one is Minotaur porn. So we're gonna have a live action dragon porn instead of Wheel of Time. That's crazy. That's nutso. I can hardly wait. Holy shit. And then I wondered because like I think it was you, Nathan, that told me that Daniel Greene is like stopping. What the card game? Or fourth wing. It fits. It sure fits right in with the Wheel of Time, as far as I know. Like the show, anyways. Like I think the show could have used a giant dragon fucking somebody. Yeah, I mean, I think the Wheel of Time show could have used a giant dragon. Oh, they called Randland stupid. Okay, well, it was stupid. Calling it Heroes and Forsaken is stupid. Calling it Wheel of Time is stupid. It has nothing to do with any of it, right? I mean. It's sort of the same thing with the show. Like, why do we call it? Nothing looks like it should. So why call it the thing that it's not the thing, right? Yeah, it's just yeah. Well, and it's also again, yeah, too. Also, it's just another reskin. They already did this. They just nobody played it, so they took it down and they've rebranded it now. Yeah, bestiality is in vogue. It was just yeah, I don't understand it. I can't touch it. I can't. We bought a Zoom. Sounds like a fever dream plot twist. Oh my god. Oh my god. We bought. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Oh gosh. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna watch the movie that I have no idea why it exists. Wheel of Time, the trading card game. Well, it's Heroes and Forsaken, a Wheel of Time trading card game, not the trading card game. A. Or not even the, right? It is. Yeah, no, that was one of those things that everybody called out from the start because it didn't make any sense. Sorry. I think I dropped something. Oh well, I'll find it later. Yes. What did I do? Oh well, I'll find it. So how's everybody's night going? Fans of the books have been using the term Randland on the internet since long before the books even had. Trying to trademark Randland was an idiot. Yeah, no, it was ridiculous. Well, you remember the whole list as trademark? Like they tried to trademark a whole bunch of shit, right? I wonder is IWOT involved in that shit? I think. Let's see if Grok knows. Why not? Maybe this is our massive MMO, right? Yeah, they were just trying to get, yeah. They're not. Apparently. That's funny. It immediately brought up Cards of Eternity too. That's crazy. Yeah, it's still yeah. It's the same company that made the Cards of Eternity game that was supposed to be. Yeah, they tried to get Black Tower, but yeah. Yeah. They didn't get that one. I'm pretty sure Stephen King has that one. Right? Probably. Do I get my money back if you get sick? Yes. I will send it back to you. Thank you. You son of a bitch. You piece of crap. Did you finish the book yet? Like why are you here if you didn't finish? The battlegrounds must be sought out. Sorry. I misplaced some of my stomach medicine. I don't know where it went. Oh well. $10. Do I get my money back if you keep kicking? I'm trying. I don't know that I'm kicking ass. I'm upright. I'm trying to stay upright. If that AOL Age of Legend movie is using /one of race, dude, we're fine fading. That movie's never getting made. It's never getting made. There is more of a chance that somebody that's very good at talking and coding with AI is going to make an animated AI fucking movie than we get an IWOT production. What is hilarious? Wait, hold on. What is hilarious about this card game is that Wizards of the Coast is jumping all over any and all properties to throw into their dying Magic the Gathering, and no one at IWAT thought to approach them about licensing Wheel of Time. Well, I think I want. It actually makes. I'm curious if they did. Like the problem is as we have said many times over, Wheel of Time as an IP is damaged. It's like on a respirator. It's barely breathing, because of the show. The show, like I think the show did almost irreparable damage, just because there's all of a sudden this, lack of confidence in the IP that it doesn't have actual staying power, it doesn't have any power to draw in new fans because the show decided to not do any Wheel of Time stuff, right? So, I don't know. If I was Wizards of the Coast and somebody came to me and said, "Hey, you want to include Wheel of Time in your TCG collection?" I'd be sort of like, let me think about it. I don't know. I don't know that I'd sign on to any Wheel of Time stuff right now. It would be a really hard sell, I would think. Right? I mean, I think it would be extremely hard sell to get peanut. Damn it. Yeah, I think it would be a really hard sell right now to get anybody to sign on to anything Wheel of Time. I mean, it's like poison, right? It's like ratings and money poison. So many people's first experience with Wheel of Time was a garbage show. It's very sad. It really is, and it's like, it's like, you know, it's like I just said with the person that like that one person I read that said Nynaeve's my favorite character, and I love how she was in the show. It's like both things can't be true. They just can't be. You're either gaslighting yourself or just like you've completely disconnected the two characters because they're not the same. So well, so Wizards of the Coast just did, so they did Lord of the Rings, which was a huge success, right? They had the One Ring that they printed, which was awesome, and what Post Malone bought it for like $2 million. That was pretty cool. So I think that whole thing was pretty neat. You know, even though there was some pushback, Black Aragorn showed up in Wizards of the Coast, right? Isn't that where Black Aragorn came from? The Wizards of the Coast card game. And then there was Magic, right? And then Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy is right now, right? So so I mean, they may be ready for another IP to like bring along, but Wheel of Time is just fucked. I mean, it would be like, look, I think it would be a great fit. You print one Rand, right? Like sort of like the One Ring. You print one Rand or one Horn of Valir or something like that, right? One Kalendor, and like, you know, you have a few cards that would be highly attractive because they're artifacts to fans of the series. So well, Magic's fucking all over the Magic's off the reservation. Then like it's got fucking Marvel shit in it now. What the fuck? What is that? Why? Marvel people don't. What? How are Marvel people just gonna destroy the sword people? Like I don't. Oh yeah, far better in the books. Not even close. Yeah, like yeah, you're right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like at least like Lord of the Rings, it's still sword and sorcery. Final Fantasy, still pretty sword and sorcery, pretty close. There's a little bit more steampunk in there, right? But it's still, you know, there's swords, but like now you're gonna have Spider-Man floating around fighting a fucking goblin with a sword. Like what? I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. I am old. I haven't played Magic since like I played Magic fucking at the beginning. So like, you know, I should have been smart and not opened any of my starter packs, and then I could be selling them for fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. I wish I had that kind of foresight. Yeah, D&D would fit, right? Yeah. Hell, like Warhammer, like Warhammer old school, like old whatever would be good, or Warhammer Age of Sigmar, that would fit too, right? What up, Dovey? Hey guys, long time no see. What are we talking about? Dumb shit, bro. Just like what we normally talk about. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I've been in and out of the hospital for the last month, dude. So that's where I've been. So trying to get back into it, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I hope you're well. Hope you're very well. Yeah, I got to message you, man. Yeah, I got to message you. Glad to see you, dude. Thank you for being a member and supporting for 30 months, you galactic Chad, you. Yeah, we're talking about the fucking regurgitated card game. They did Warhammer and so Magic the Gathering is fucking it's just all over the damn place. Like I feel like Magic is one of those things. Like if I was like to be like, you know what, I want to get back into Magic the Gathering, I could never do it. I wouldn't know where to fucking start. I know, brother. You right back at you, friend. I got you, dude. Hey, we got to see the Field of Dreams, brah. All right. Right? I mean, goddamn. Shit, what? Wait a second. Is that right? Oh, 38 months. I was going to say, wait a second. That's an 8? Is okay. I was going to be like, wait a second. How did Salty get ahead of Dovey? Thank you, Salty. I've been giving your lame ass money for this. Yeah, I don't know why, but thank you. I used to play fucking like Hearthstone and shit because I was a huge Warcraft fanboy for a long time, but I have no idea what that is, Alexander. But it's just like because I was talking like when we were growing up, we played Magic. Not like semi seriously. Damn, I have a long way to. Hey, 14 months is 14 months, my friend. Thank you very much. Thank you. So like when I was a kid, we played Magic, and it was the funniest thing about like I end up telling this Magic the Gathering story every time because me and my brother played Magic, and we sort of just played by ourselves. We never, I think it was one of those things like me and my brother were sort of, yeah, I guess closet nerds because we were also jocks. I mean, I was a major jock. Like I played soccer, baseball, hockey, street hockey. I did, I was a major jock. I was, very good at baseball, very good at soccer, all that shit, right? So I did all that through high school, but it's like, in the background, I'm playing video games, reading fantasy and playing Magic the Gathering, right? So and also playing Warhammer like on the down low, right? So it's like, so we were sort of like, so we sort of did that stuff together. Jesus Christ, everybody's using their fucking membership. 21 months, 21. Hard to think that we're at it this long, dude. Well, fucking Dovey, 38. Dovey was like first one. Dovey was right behind Whisker Fisherman. I wonder if I haven't seen that. I hope he's good. I haven't seen Whisker Fisherman in a minute. But Dovey like was right behind Whisker Fisherman as being the first member. So I know Dovey's got his fox head, right? I think Salty's probably got a fox head now too, right? You got a nope. Still at the Crown of Swords. You got to be close. Salty's got to be close to a fox head medallion. But like so, like we started Magic like right at the beginning, and so me and my brother played, and my dad, it's funny. My dad is like, I like we've sort of like it's weird. Like my father's 80, right, and still going strong. God bless him. I look real quick. Like shout out to my pops because like I'd be fucked in so many different ways if it wasn't for my pops. So like thank God for my dad. But yeah, fuck. Yeah. So like we're sort of like it's funny. He's 80, and I'm like working on like. He's like he was very athletic, like just like me, blah 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 blah. So like slowly, I'm bringing out his closet nerd that's like been trying to get out, right? So he like because he's older and like he's a very action oriented person, my father, right? So if there's something that needs to get done, he goes on it, whether it's gonna hurt him or not, right? He's 80, he's out mowing the lawn and shit. It's like, what are you doing? Like we just put up like, oh, I got all the lights up. I owe you guys pictures of the Halloween stuff. So I'll get that up. Maybe I'll put some shorts up or something again. We got some new shit this year. So, but like he's out there doing lighting for the fucking yard for Halloween, and just like busting his ass, and it's just like it's like fuck, man, right? It's like he's like doing better than me, and I'm fucking half his age. It's fucking crazy. But like so like I was just thinking about stuff like he could do that like would be rewarding but not physical, right? So I got him into like painting Warhammer miniatures, and he's like gotten like fucking crazy into it, right? So it's pretty cool seeing he's painted a whole bunch of shit, and it's really cool. He's actually getting pretty darn good at it, so it's pretty neat. But for the Magic part, me and my brother played. And it got to the point where we're like, okay, we're playing it, playing each other, and it's like that's so maybe I'll take some pictures and post them on the Discord because he's like, I think he wants to play. I think he wants to try and play a little bit too. So we'll see if we can do that. Yeah, my dad is fucking like the man. Like I got, yeah. My dad is amazing, so thank God for him. But so like we were playing, against each other all the time, and we could tell my dad was sort of getting interested, sort of like popping in and you know, watching a little bit and sort of seeing what we were doing. So he ended up taking like the leftovers from the cars that we didn't like use and created like I think it was a blue white deck, and just fucking destroyed us. He said he thinks it's like it's crazy, right? You get these people that think in different ways, right? So he just like he he would see cards that like we didn't think about, and he's just like using them and fucking destroyed us. It's funny. I think about it to this day. It's so funny. Just he picked up the trash and just destroyed us with it. It was fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, Magic used to be fun. I wouldn't even know where to start. Like I think like I think it would be the video game, because like it puts you on rails, right? Sort of like Hearthstone, right? It's like the rules are you can't go off track. It's gonna tell you what you can do and what you can't, right? So I don't see how I could get back collecting the cards. I wouldn't even know what cards go with each now Marvel fucking Magic cards. Do those go with the regular ones? Like that's nuts. That's fucking nuts. All right. So I'll give you guys the choice. I can either put up a poll or just ask you guys. So you tell me what you want, because wow, holy shit, 22 people here. What's up? Everybody likes dumb shit. So do I. Thanks for being here. Oh shit, what'd I do? I never played you. I watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! It's in the heart of the cards, baby. Right. There's just I feel like there's just too many sets. Where do you start? Right. It's like, where do you start? I don't even know. Right. It's wild. It's almost like it's got too big. Dovi, I don't. Who is that? Dovi Dagunti. I don't know who that is. Should I know who that is? We dumb? Well, I know you're dumb. So I can either do the new shitty Predator Badlands featurette. Every time they release a fucking new trailer, the movie looks dumber. What's up, Sam? Coming in hot, $2. Fuck this show. Matt's my favorite character. Thanks, buddy. Every time they release a trailer for this show, for this movie, it looks stupider. I have a bunch of older articles, some of which involve Brandon Sanderson from Screen Rant. Let's see. There's a cancellation is terrible news for Hollywood. Post Game of Thrones fantasy show trend. Now that it's canceled, I'm disappointed we won't see 6 book moments. Disappointed Wheel of Time can't give Elaine her amazing book story in season 3. There's 2 Brandon Sanderson related ones. We'll see if I don't even know if they're actually Brandon Sanderson related or not. And then or we can check out the Daniel Greene shit real quick, because I'm not sure what the fuck this is supposed to even be. I only went there because I think it was you, Nate, that told me he's ending fantasy news, right? Which just shows you how good fantasy is going right now, right? It's so bad. Well, you know what's worse, late to the party too? Did you hear this? It's not even rated R. It's fucking the first Predator to be PG fucking 13. It's fucking toddler Predator. It's toddler Predator. You can't like what the fuck? It's wild. He's trying to get someone else to host it for him on his channel. What a unique piece of shit. Maybe he should get that girl I forgot her name because she got her 15 minutes for calling him out. Sure it is. All the legal battles he's about to have for being a weirdo. Yeah, I did. So it's Predator, right? So we'll just start there because this isn't like we'll go into Daniel. Maybe we'll go into Daniel Greene after that. Look, it's Predator, right? The Predator is fucking cool, right? So why is it so hard to make a good Predator? Why? Like, yeah, it's just like, it's like, and then you listen to this, that, this is a featurette, so it's like not really a trailer. It's like the director sniffing his own farts, and it's like, dude, you have no idea what the Predator is or what it should be about. It's sort of like the people that made Alien Earth have no fucking clue what the xenomorphs are supposed to be, since we made hybrids and then a xenomorph became a puppy by the end of it, right? Because that's what we all wanted to see is an alien xenomorph that takes orders from a synthetic 2-year-old. I know that's what I signed up for when I saw it, got an alien show. I wanted to see a 2-year-old in a fucking robot 14-year-old's or 15-year-old's body, 16, whatever, 18-year-old's body, fucking telling an alien to kill things. Yeah, great. So it's like, so I've watched all the Predator movies, hoping that maybe one of these days they'll get it fucking right, and they just can't. Like seriously, the only good Predator movie is the original. 2 sort of gets a pass because it's a big okay, right? Like, if I'm being honest, right? Like, Predator 2 is not very good, in my opinion. I mean, it's okay. I feel like it gets a pass a lot because, because at least the Predator is sort of menacing in that, right? And he's still doing Predator things. The animated Predator there's an animated Predator out right now. The Alien versus Predator one? Is that what you're talking about? That's probably third, I think. The one where they go and dig down in the ice and they get chopped in the pyramid. Is that the one you're talking about, CH? Yeah, so yeah, that's probably third because like then you have Predators where they warp them to the game reserve island, which is like whatever. What the fuck are we doing? Then we have the one where you have autism Predators that are looking for autism, and it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, what the hell, right? So it's just like a new one on JT. A new Predator cartoon. Like there's Killer of Killers is out already, which frankly I didn't think I thought was shit, but apparently I'm too I'm too critical of shit. I've only watched Predator 2 once when I was 10, but the memory makes me think it was a comedy or satire or something. Yeah, so it look, Danny Glover tracks down like the Predator. Like that's cool. Gary Busey and Danny Glover are going after the Predators. Like sort of a big step down from Arnold and his fucking special ops guys. I heard they're doing a team up with Dutch. Dude, leave Dutch alone. What? Oh yeah, the first Predator is a classic. It's one of those things that like it was like this wild iconic hit, and then they tried to capitalize on it, and they're just dumb. I don't know why they can't put a good Predator movie together. It's just it's like two gets a pass most of the time because at least like the basics are there. The Predator's there. He's hunting. He's staying in the shadows, and he's doing his thing, right? He just happens to be in the concrete jungle, right? Um, so like so I get what they're trying to do there, and it gets it's okay. It's definitely not as good as one, and the pyramid one is like another big okay, but like you have to stomach the the 4 foot tall woman with the alien tail spear and the fucking alien head shield fighting alongside the fucking 8 foot predator. So, that's where it gets a little fucking dumb. Maybe the predator should have strapped her to her, like, maybe the predator in Alien versus Predator should have strapped her to his back and carried around like, the fucking, you know, 4 foot chick in this movie. Yeah, no, AVP is 3. I will put AVP as actually AVP is towards the top of the Predator franchise. And probably the Alien franchise. That's how bad things are for Alien and Predator. AVP 1 is probably towards near the top. That is like wild. My favorite meme is Disney can now do Predators versus Ewoks. Holy crap! I gotta try something real quick. Let's see if this works. Oh my god! If this works, I'm gonna love it. Oh my god! Ah, no! What are you doing? It may not work. I'm trying it though. I hope it works. Nope, it's gonna be copyrighted. Damn. Oh well, it was worth a try. All right, I had to try. Oh, is it going? Is it doing it? Do we have a winner? No way. Well, I haven't showed you guys this yet either. Like, so I'm not good with the AI stuff, but I'm trying a few things. So this is the start of something. I'm working on it. We'll see if I can get it done. I want to show you something real quick. I don't think I showed you guys this the other day. Here you go. All right, here you go. There you go. I just gotta figure out how to get Marcus Rutherford's head in there. It's so stupid. Oh shit! The Predators versus Ewoks thing might actually happen. We'll see. I'm excited. Wow, that's interesting. Fuck that was a unique one. That was a different type of spammer on Kick. All right. So yeah, so the werewolf versus spider could happen. I'm working on it. Let's see here. I mostly liked AVP tied together with a lot of Earth mystery lore with Predator, alien stuff, strange heart removal rituals work. Yeah, it would have been cool if they actually like delved into that stuff a little bit more. Like there was stuff to go, but like it's close. It needs some refinement, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's close. Close. So I thought this one was good too. Just hold on. I'm gonna show you another one just because it's this one was sort of this is sort of funny too. It's sort of fun to play around with. All right, here you go. All right. Pause, damn you. Pause. All right, here we go. All right, here it is. It's Sora. Sora 2. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Pretty fun. It can be frustrating at the same time because you're just like trying to do simple things. It's like fuck you. It's like god damn it. So I don't know. Some of the prompts people write for those things to get them right, I have no fucking idea how they do it, but some of them are fun to watch. The AI stuff is getting insane. Oh shit! It fucking did the whole thing and then it dumped it. All right, so it's not gonna let me do it. Oh well, but so here we go. Predator. This dumb fuck. Wow, that's loud. The CC on? It is.
Today we had our first rain, which we wanted for most of the movie.
They don't know how to make rain anymore for movies. So that's cool. So I'm wondering if they're going to put CGI rain in. Do you think there's going to be CGI rain in here? I bet they're going to do CGI rain.
Luckily, this did create the kind of atmosphere that we want. We want the movie to not be bright and sunny. We want it to be a little bit more atmospheric.
You know, a good way to not make it bright and sunny? Tape at night. Just an idea.
Come with us on this journey.
Follow us. With Predator Badlands, the first thought was, what if we take this classic movie monster and make you root for it?
Well, yeah, you can do that too. There's many ways to do it, but making it rain and like I would think making it rain would make it harder, but yes, of course. The villain is the hero, of course. That's the newest trope besides for 5'2" android women that can throw people all over the place, right? So yeah, and then we have the thin as a twig. I still think it's a female predator, but I think that's going to be the big reveal. It's actually a girl.
Root for it.
And don't get me wrong. We're just talking about AVP, right? Don't get me wrong. When the aliens, when the xenomorph is involved, most of the time we're rooting for the predator, right? No, well, not only can monsters not be monsters in Hollywood these days, but villains can't be villains either. They have to be. We have to, understand why they're villains or feel for them why they're villains. They got touched when they were a kid or some bullshit, or like something made them be bad, right? Why is the predator a bad man? Well, it's justified, right? No, fuck, no. I don't want. Look, I don't want a sensitive predator. I want a predator that's like fucking 8 foot tall and ready to tear necks off, right? So it's like, so we're like, this is not a unique, like he's talking like this is something that's never been done before. Right? I mean, but we're talking about a movie where it was done before that wasn't, wasn't very highly regarded for the most part. Yep, I rooted for the predator. Aliens are like devils, so everything against them is a good guy. Right, exactly. Yeah, well, that's an alien. They're not in Predator, brah. I'd hope Hicks could kill a predator too, but he's dead, right? Yeah, exactly, right. So he's acting like this is some brilliant new idea, and it's like, no, it's already been done. You're
We
not
wanted
doing anything
people
unique
to
here.
relate to this.
I wanted people to relate to this creature. Does this tie into the fucking the milking farm bestiality shit? We now have to relate to the monster villains, aliens. We now have to understand what they're feeling. Well, he's never gonna explain. It's cool. It's cool. They think it looks cool. That's the explanation for the laser bow.
Creature that is simultaneously vulnerable.
Guys, man, this predator has feelings. I wonder, do you think he's going to cry? Maybe this predator will cry. He's so sensitive. He's so vulnerable. No, we don't need to relate to a predator, for God's sakes. It's a fucking predator. Like, if there's anything we should not be relating to, it's a predator. Maybe only beaten out by an alien or a xenomorph. I'm gonna place a bet right now. I'm gonna. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put up a poll real quick. Actually, I foresee at least a single tier. I foresee at least a single teardrop. Probably when the android saves him and allows him to accomplish his mission, and then he'll put her back together, and she'll be like, "I'm back. I'm an android." That's a fair point, Sherry. That's a fair point. It'll have a picture of its baby. Oh my god, wouldn't that be great? The predator's got a wallet. He's like, I'm here for you, son. I have to prove myself to the clan so they let us back in so I can have a future for you. Predator baby. Oh my god. If the predator does cry, I will give subs. I'm telling you, I think he's gonna cry. I fucking think the predator's gonna cry. And I'll even put another stipulation on it. Okay, late to the party, just to be fair. He's not gonna cry because he's injured. Like, I think that's if he like gets his leg cut off or he loses a fucking hand and he cries. That's fine. It's going to be some sort of emotional scene between him and his android bitch, and he's gonna cry. Like she's gonna be dying, or like something like that, or he's gonna be dying, and she's gonna be going, "You're the best predator ever. You killed that big monster. You proved yourself. It's just too bad you got fucking eaten by another one. Oh well." Oh my god. Why are we asking her anything? I don't even want to. Ugh. Got to bring back xenomorph ribs to feed them from. Yeah. I do. So I don't know. We'll see. I think we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have a crying predator. Yeah, it sounds preposterous, right? But then also, the predator's also speaking words in a full language all of a sudden, because all of a sudden it's not the clicking and other noises that they use to communicate. It's now they have words. So since they can talk, they can cry, and they're sensitive. So I'm telling you, he's gonna cry. Exactly. I don't want to understand them. I want to watch a badass predator in his full fucking gear hunt down some unsuspecting morons and take their heads off. That's what I want to see. Or killing other things. I want to see the skilled hunter hunting and killing at will. That's what I want to see. And then maybe, you get the turnaround where, somebody comes around and figures out and gives him a run for his money, right? Let's just go back to that. It worked. The only reason they made them human-like is because to save money. You have people saying this was caused by the autistic predators. Well, maybe, but like, look, the Predator and the autistic predator movie, they made the xenomorph predator hybrid that was like 20 foot tall. Did they? Okay, I didn't realize that. So that's fair enough. If that's the case, then fair enough. I hadn't heard it before, so I thought it was brand new. So if that's true, then I will disregard that, and I will take the L on that one.
But still a terrifying monster.
So he's going to be super sensitive, relatable. He's not gonna overkill because it's PG-13, but still badass. Do you see why this movie is gonna suck?
Awesome.
On top of the fact that this guy did Prey 2 and Killer of Killers, which I think both were fucking terrible. So
Wanted to give it a sense of nobility
and dignity. Are we getting like a fucking backstory of the like? How do we know this? He's dropped into an island that, remember, no, not an island. He's been dropped onto Danger Planet, the most dangerous planet in the universe, right? Because he's a failure. At least that's what they've told us. He's seen as a runt and a sucky, and he's come to Danger Planet, the most dangerous planet in the universe, to kill the most dangerous thing without any armor or gear or anything, because he's noble and dignified. Sounds like a movie I want to watch, I'll tell you that.
and dignity in a way that we don't normally see in this genre.
What does that even fucking... Can somebody translate? I don't even know what that fucking means. You know why we like... nobility and dignity in this genre. What? I don't even know what genre you're filming. What genre is this movie? Comedy? They're all laughing. Maybe it's comedy. Coming of age in Hollywood. I don't even know the tone of this. I don't even know what it's supposed to be. It might be. Fuck. He may fall in love with the freaking android
The
bitch.
challenge of Badlands.
So this is your first hunt.
Hey, it's the star of the show. 100% she's the star, not the predator. Guarantee it.
You're after a creature that can't be killed.
Yeah, but he's just that fucking good.
We've never attempted.
Which hair, Fadian? Hers or his? I hate the whole Predator. So he's dead here. Just saying. I mean, you might get a little hit on the side of the guy's mouth, but he's going to chomp down on him, kill him. Right? He's dead. I mean, some of the creatures look cool. Like, I'll give him that. The Predator looks dumb. That's the tough part, is the Predator looks terrible. Some of the creatures look okay. I think, anyways. But he's dead. It's over. He's chomped. He's food right now. Like, he's jumping into the creature's mouth. His mouth is wide open. And he's got a little fucking laser sword there. He's gonna chomp him down and eat him. But you know, whatever. That's just me.
We've never attempted a giant adventure film.
What is a giant adventure film? I don't. What do you call, like? Really? Well, I don't. What is it like? What does that mean? Aren't most of the fucking Predator movies adventure films? They're action adventure films, right? I mean, or we just like just calling them action so he can say that? I don't know. I don't get that. I don't get this statement.
Ready, action!
Here, you're not the predator.
Hey, there's some shit falling from the sky. Is that spider goo?
Action!
Here, you're not the predator. You're the prey.
You're the prey. Yeah, because we're gonna keep saying prey because we want to remind everybody of their fucking stupid ass fucking Hulu movie. Guaranteed she's the main character. Guarantee it. I guarantee it.
You're the prey.
We wanted to make sure to give people a big screen experience.
Give people a big screen experience.
That would be absolutely insane.
That is. I really hope this pose. I hope this pose is for the fucking trailer, and not in the movie. So his laser sword can light up gasoline. Man, these laser weapons, man. Shit. It makes you wonder why, like, you know, the other Predators that actually have earned weapons don't have these things. Coming of age in Hollywood is Justin Bieber getting raised by Diddy. Oof. He looks stupid. The Predator looks terrible. He's completely off. Like, there is a reason. All right, look. Yes, we all know the Predators look like that under their masks. There's a reason they have their masks. Because they look cooler. And then they have tools. I don't need to have this. And then we have the superhero pose. I win. The I win blow up pose. Ugh. Jesus Christ. It just gets worse. Every time I hear something about that movie, it just gets worse. Now that you mention weaponry, what's the average planetary tech level, or did that also not fact? It's just Danger Planet late to the party. It's the most dangerous planet in the cosmos because there's fucking evil creatures about. They don't tell you. Yeah, we don't know shit about it, other than, of course, humans show up somehow. At some point, humans are there, and like from the other trailer, you see that humans land and start fucking getting in the way and shit. And android chick either has a bunch of flashbacks or her legs get repaired, or both. Of course he wasn't fighting fair. Of course not. That he's got all his cool tools and goodies. Exactly. That's what made it cool. And he also had a giant laser cannon or two, right? I mean, yeah. Well, he did the Predator. Like half of the movie, like half of the first movie, is the Predator determining if those guys are worthy to be killed, right? I mean that he's hunting them, he's observing them, he's determining whether they're trophies. Well, that's basically what he does. He's a loser predator, so he goes to Danger Planet without any gear, and he's gonna kill everything because he's just that good, even though he's a reject. It's like it doesn't. It's another one of those things you don't ask questions. It's like, don't ask questions. Like, well, how did this fucking like Predator get so disgraced that he's like kicked out of his clan or whatever because he's fucking not a good enough hunter, yet he goes to the worst planet ever without any of the gear that he should be hunting with and is trying to kill shit. So he's really bad when he's doing his I want to be on the Predator team test, but he's gonna go kill monsters on planet Fear to fucking to prove himself. It's like it doesn't make any sense. No, it's just him just fluffing his own ego. We're doing something that's we want you to root for the Predator. We're doing something brand new here. It's like, no, you're not. You're not doing anything new. It's the same trope of root for the villain because the villains are the villains are people too, guys, right? Well, he should have gone by Earth first. Gone to a fucking a dormant go to a dormant pyramid, right? Get the cannons and on his way, right? Yeah, there you go. Basically, right? It's yeah, I guess. I mean, he's failed, and I thought that's I think that's the whole plot of the plot of the story is he's failed. He's seen as he's seen as a weak member of the Predator Society, so he's being kicked out of his fucking clan or whatever. So he comes to Danger Planet to prove that he's not a failure. But it's just like, so I'm pretty sure the Predators are probably a good judgment of who's a failure or not. And you just landing on a planet and going, I'm gonna pick up shit on the ground like a video game and loot corpses and go to the next boss like it's fucking Elden Ring. It's just silly. It's just silly. He'll be kicked out for falling in love or something. Yeah, no. We got it, dude. Guy, you got it. You're absolutely right. That's where the kid's picture in the wall is going to come in. He had sex with another female. Oh wait. I think this is a female predator. So this female predator had a baby with another male predator when they're not allowed. So they kicked her out. There you go. For daring to dream of having a family. This predator dared to dream of having a family, so they kicked her out of the clan. Or him. Whatever. Both. Maybe. Trans predator, why not? If Salty's here, that'll get him going. Oh God, it's gonna and like he's gonna have the single picture of his child, his or her child in his wallet, and that's when we're gonna get the tear. It's gonna be like, I tried. I tried. Are they? Good stuff. And then the bond of love will make her the bestest predator because she's gonna go lesbo with the artificial intelligence girl robot. And the power of that love will heal her legs and they'll grow back spontaneously. And she'll be like, thank you so much. I love you too, Predator. Girl or guy or whatever. Yeah, no, the Predator. But Dovey, you're laughing, but that is the movie. The Predator is the victim. The Predator has been kicked out of its clan. We're supposed to feel for it. Like, we are supposed to feel bad for the Predator. That's the movie. We are supposed to feel bad for the Predator because probably they're going to tell us, or, well, they probably won't tell us at all, but if they tell us anything of its backstory at all, it'll be the Predator probably got, unjustly kicked out of its clan for doing something, blah, 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 and we're supposed to be like that. Well, that's unfair. Why are you treating that Predator so badly? And we're supposed to side with the Predator and be like, oh, well, this Predator has honor, so it's a good man. So we're on Team Predator, right? This movie is what happens when you cross DC with Predator. Yeah. Well, it's also what happens when you get somebody that has no idea what the fucking Predator is all about and give them the franchise, right? This guy's made Prey. This guy's made Killer of Killers, both of which are fucking, in my opinion, terrible. Like, I have the whole video where me and Jesus Christ. I have the whole video where me and fucking Daniel, shout out to Daniel if you're ever around again. Love you, buddy. Me and Daniel went on for hours about how shit Prey is. And I still don't understand how to this day some of the YouTubers out there that like most of the time have pretty grounded takes about movies are calling that movie good. Prey is fucking shit. It's like, I think it's a good idea that was executed horribly. And then if you think that little girl fucking is gonna kill that Predator, you're fucking loaded. Never happening. And that bitch, she got her whole tribe killed. She got all the men in her tribe, all the hunters in her tribe killed because she didn't want to make a sandwich. She got her brother killed. She got the lead hunter killed. She got all the other hunters killed because they're out fucking looking for her because she was too stubborn to sit down and make a fucking sandwich and he'd be a healer because she wanted to be a hunter because she had her father's axe and she put a rope around it so she could be budget Scorpion. The fuck are we talking about? That movie sucked ass. And then you followed up with Killer of Killers, which is a fucking animated Predator movie, short. I don't know what the fuck we call it. The Predator looked cool, and some of it looked good. Like I think this movie will probably look good. The story was shit, which sucks because it could have been a cool story. Like I think there's a story there. You know, the point of praise I had for Prey, because the one point of praise I had for Prey that I thought was neat, and I still think it's neat, was you can see the Predator comes onto lands and it starts hunting, right? But you can see that the Predator is slowly going up the evolutionary chain because he's never been here before. So he kills a smaller animal, then he kills a snake. Then he kills, I think it's a wolf. Then he ends up killing the bear. Then he finds the humans and he goes, oh shit, okay, here we go. So he's slowly going up the evolutionary ladder, killing lesser predators, trying to find the ultimate fucking hunt, which he finds in humans. So that part's pretty cool. I like that part. But they didn't explore that. You just have to fucking you have to discover that on your own, which is fine. But like you're telling me he went through all the hunters in that clan, in that Indian clan, whatever we call, I'm sorry, whatever, kills all of them, but the little tiny girl with an axe, she's too much. Sure. And then he shoots himself in the head with his laser fucking cannon because he's a fucking retard. So that's how that predator dies. He dies the retard death, shooting himself with his own helmet. Because, as you do, because we know because we know that convoluted plan was going to work, right? Fuck off. Another huge, just like Tron Ares, huge missed opportunity. That's what Prey is. And Killer of Killers is worse. It's a cartoon. It should have been better because it's a cartoon. But we have the of course you have the shield mating Viking that they open up with that kills a predator because she uses 2 shields as a weapon. And not only are there 2 shields, there are 2 broken shields. So she carries around 2 broken shields and no weapon because she's the best. It's fucking retarded. Predator Tismlands. I have come to Danger Planet. Only a successful hunt will allow my son, when he comes of age, to join the Dragon fucking League. The only thing it had to you got to get the fucking weak ass looking shit predator in there, dude. This predator looks too cool. I love the baby predator, dude. How did you get the baby predator? That is fucking amazing. Oh man. It's not even about, like, sure, shield maidens were a thing. Now look, their Vikings made them too big a thing. Like now, like, the Vikings went fucking crazy and like every girl was a shield maiden and a fucking assassin. It's like, Jesus Christ, come on. Like, they existed, but Jesus fucking Christ, calm down. But now it's all, oh, well, Vikings, well, girls were Vikings and they were shield maidens, so they destroy everything with their fucking shields. It's like, stop it. Just stop it. Like, a little of a good thing goes a long way, so fucking cut it out. You take it from it's a believable thing to unbelievable. That's the problem. A few highly skilled women who are protecting the, men attacking with their shields, because that's what they did. That's why they're called shield maidens. They protected the fucking, hello? Whatever. Fucking, it's just like, whatever. Oh, God. Sorry. That's a good, yeah, that I tried an AI on my own baby predator, but it was easier to just steal one from someone. Oh, okay, so someone else had made an AI baby predator. That's fucking amazing. I love it. Yeah, the only thing I would change is if you get the anorexic predator in there, because that's the one we don't know if it's a girl or a boy, and we don't know if it's his son or his nephew, or his son or her nephew. Yeah. One of them. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting myself confused. That's a great. I love it, dude. That fucking is so good. The fucking Dragon League. Sorry, I need 1 second. Sorry. Sorry. Fuck. Sorry, I'm on a very strict regimen, so I had to take my medicine. Sorry, guys. Oh gosh. And you could have made. Yeah, that wasn't Mule. What are you talking about? That was Nathan. Right? What is Dragon Fuck God? Dude, we're gonna have to have drag when Fourth Wing comes out and we're busy making fun of it because I am going to be making fun of Fourth Wing. Dude, am I gonna have to read that book, fucking Josh? Oh god. Am I gonna have to read that book, Josh? If we're watching Fourth Wing and making fun of it, do I have to read that book? I don't know if everybody know what book I'm talking about? Probably not. Before we move on, should I show them the book you want me to read? Do a poll here. Well, the cry one's over. So, oh man, 16 votes. Everybody thinks we're gonna get a cry. It might, right? I don't. Here, so I'll bring it up. I'll bring it up. Okay. All right. All right. So there's this thing that's come up on the internet here lately about this book right here. I don't think I can do it, even if the poll says yes. Should I read? Oh my god. I don't think I can do it, man. Like oh god, it's only $5.99 too. It's 76% off. Oh my god. I could probably even come up with $5.99 now. Ugh. So, but the reason this is pertinent is because this is what this morning glory milking farm, which is exactly like it sounds. Is there an audiobook? Oh my god, oh no. Is there an audiobook? Audible for $5. There is an audiobook. Oh my god. No.
With us, we can clean out.
Can you hear that? Did you hear that? You're saved. But the reason the reason I feel this is pertinent is because this is in the same category as Fourth Wing, which is the show that is replacing Wheel of Time on Amazon. So Amazon feels that they have a better chance of getting ratings. Yes, this is the one Shoe on Head did. Exactly. Yes. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's from the Shoe video. I saw it on Asmongold, but on the Asmongold channel. But yeah, she did it. It was a great video. It's a funny ass video. Like it's a funny ass video. If you haven't seen it, Shoe on Head's great, but that video is fucking so good. But the reason this is pertinent, what's up?
I'm gonna start getting ready to go to bed.
All right, don't close your eyes. You can't be seeing this. This is fucking nut shit. Like people are going crazy, brah. All right. It's actually 99 cents with the membership. Holy shit. All right, good night, kid. All right, we'll see you in the morning. But this is comparable and in the same category as Fourth Wing, which is replacing Wheel of Time. Yes, the book title is called Morning Glory Milking Farm. It is about, maybe I can get the synopsis, okay? Here we go. Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated and drowning in debt, on the verge of moving into her parents' basement when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek She has no choice but to grab it with both hands, pun intended. Grab it with both hands, gentlemen and ladies. Sherry, are you still here? Sherry, are you here? Sherry, I hate to put you on the spot, Sherry. Maybe Sherry got too worked up and had to go order this. And see, Andrew's coming in hot. I knew Andrew would show up for this. Oh, okay. She's here. Okay, good. Damn. Ooh. Now, since I hate putting you on the spot chair. I don't think we have any. We don't have any other. There's no other ladies in the chat right now. There might be. I mean, this seems like something Trip would like. I don't know. This may be a Trip thing. Dane might like it too. Dane can rip through some smut, I think. No, that's not fair. I'm kidding, Dane. So, like, do you understand this at all, Sherry? But so I'll finish the synopsis in a second. But Fourth Wing, from my understanding, hey, Dane's here. What the fuck? That's amazing. Like, people's ears are ringing. I'll hit some Fitzy posts here in a minute before we go to the Daniel Greene stuff. But so Fourth Wing is supposed to be this, but with actual dragons. So it's not like, dragons in human form. They're actually dragons, hence the Dragon Fuckers League, which you're going to probably start hearing more around this channel because Mule is going to inundate me with Dragon Fuckers League stuff where we'll probably have t-shirts and shit making fun of it. But this is akin to Fourth Wing, which is going to be the next fantasy show on Amazon that is going to get higher ratings than Wheel of Time because it's about a girl falling in love with a actual dragon and getting the shit fucked out of her by it. Whereas this book is about her tugging off some minotaurs for their milk. Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, generous pay, and no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef with the manly, meaty endowments to match. Hands-on work with minotaurs isn't something Violet ever considered as a career option, but she's determined to turn an opportunity into versatile fortune. When a stern, deep-voiced client begins specially request her for her sessions at the farm, maintaining her professionalism and keeping him out of her dreams is easier said than done. Violet is resolved to make a dent in her student loans and afford a name brand orange juice. What? That is oddly fucking specific. And a one-sided crush on an out-of-her-league minotaur is not part of her plan, unless her feelings aren't so one-sided after all. Morning Glory Farm is a USA Today best-selling human monster romance novel featuring a high-heat, slow burn with a lot of heart and guarantee. What is HEA? I don't even know what that is. I don't want to know. It's the first book in the Cambridge Creek Monster Romance series and can be read as a standalone. CWs are viewable on the author's website. What is book 2, for fuck's sake? Sweet Berries. Grace has a job she loves, a community she adores, plenty of friends, but her lack of bedroom action has left her event planner too horny to think. Is that a fuck? What is that? Is that a fair? Is that a demon? That's like a half bat, half human. She's fucking a Batman? All right, book 3. I'm in it now. What is this? Okay. Oh, that's an actual guy. What the fuck? It's got to be a werewolf, right? Yep. Mood, blood, breed. Yep. It's got to be a werewolf. Yeah, of course. Yep. Dark-haired werewolf. Okay. She, of course, probably will never fuck him in his human form. He's got to be the werewolf, right? All right. So are you guys ready for the audio sample? I haven't heard this. Blue hair dyeing is clearly toxic, dude. I'm telling you. Here, I'm gonna link it to you guys because like, watch the video. Like, watch Who on Head's video because it's fucking amazing because like they're so fucking like it's wild. It's fucking wild, and it's just like and then there's like they have this convention they go to. Watch that after. It's fucking great. It's hilarious. But like there's a fucking convention they had and like they fucking just like attack this guy and air tag him and follow him to his hotel and then just like fucking basically graping him. It's fucking crazy. And it's all fat, weird it's crazy shit. I like to think that books like these are an entrapment plot where buyers end up committed to it. Well, like they got them all to a convention together and they started like sexually harassing people. So apparently not. I think it's probably a great way to get fucking psychopaths off the street. But yeah, well, it's great. There's a link. Save it for after. It's really, really good. It's a fucking great video. It's hilarious. All right, here we go. I have not listened to this. I have no idea what we're in for. Here we go. You ready?
With us, we can clean out the loft in the garage. It would be like having your own little apartment. You wouldn't need to worry about rent, and you'd be out of that awful city. Just promise me you'll think about it, all right? It doesn't make any sense to be wasting so much money before you found something stable, and it would be so nice having you home.
Oh my God. Fantasy is getting crazy.
She'd gripped the phone with whitened knuckles, trying to hold back her tears until disconnecting. Her mother always seemed to know when to call, always knew when she was at her lowest and most vulnerable.
Always knew when she needed
Always
some
with an
cheese
abundance
for her
of love,
cheese sandwich.
overflowing with compassion and eager to help, but always at the worst fucking times.
The fucking worst
Moving
times,
to Bridgeton
man.
for
Thank
grad
God we
school
get
had
that
always
fucking
been
there.
a point of contention with
What
her
a
mother.
fucking bitch mom
Too
is.
dangerous, too expensive,
How
too
dare
dirty,
you, Mom?
too far away.
Too dirty. She's a
She
dirty
hadn't
birdie.
wanted her only child moving to the big city, several hours away from.
Wait a second. If she's in the big city, how is there a fucking stable full of minotaurs that need milking? I don't understand.
Her hugs and home-cooked meals, and her own untreated anxiety disorder.
She is a millennial man. We are man. Thank God for fantasy, right? This taking us to a whole new world. So she is a fucking. We'll just call it fat. Probably fat. Well, they probably won't make her fat for the book, but really, she's fat, ugly, down on her look, millennial, in her mid-20s, overeducated. So she's just too smart and broke. About to move in with her pace. And she has crippling anxiety, of course. Man, what a fucking heroine. I love it. All
but
right.
Violet had been adamant. It was a bitter pill to swallow now, being forced to admit her mother was not wrong in her assessment. There was a particular sort of indignity that came along with being simultaneously well-educated and in dire straits financially.
Oh, man.
She had done.
How many times do you think this book tells her she's well-educated? Yeah. Probably like 20.
Everything right.
She's done everything right. Well, first, no. No. Here's your first problem. You think you're overeducated. I want to know what her degree is in. She's probably in socialism or something.
Studied hard, made the dean's list,
Maybe it's
participated in campus
art
events,
theory or something.
graduating
or like,
with honors.
Oh my God, she's so fucking smart. Graduating with honors. Honors in what? Are you going to be specific?
But then, by the time she'd earned her bachelor's degree,
She's got her fucking bachelor's too, man. She is the best.
Her chosen job field required a master.
What was your chosen job field? Please tell us.
Sending her back to the classroom, taking out several loans to do so, confident that she'd begin her career immediately after graduation.
Career in what?
Her part-time job in the Urban Development Office actually
Urban Development Office.
put her degree to use, but they'd been
It really is a fucking socialism degree, isn't it?
upfront that it was unlikely to turn into a permanent position, not with the scads of people who had priority ahead of her.
The scads. Man, we are ripping deep into that vocabulary, baby. This chick is really smart. She somehow used the word scads.
Bridgeton was too expensive, and Violet had come to admit that she didn't actually love living in the middle of a big, urban city the way she thought she would. Admitted it to herself, at least. If I don't find something soon, I'm not going to have much of a choice. She'd agreed bitterly, pressing her tongue into the roof of her mouth as her mother cooed sympathetically. Don't cry.
Is her mom trying to have sex with her over the phone? I wonder if there's a bring your mom to work day.
If you start crying, she'll drive here tonight.
And come to the farm, baby.
In hindsight, putting herself into debt to work the nonprofit sector seemed almost
See what I'm getting? Yeah, you know what though, Sherry, right? She's probably speaking from reality, because that's a lot of what people are doing right now in college. They're going to college, they're spending a whole bunch of shit money on a fucking degree that is going to accomplish nothing for them, just so they can say they have a college degree. It's actually sort of sad how useless college has become. It shouldn't be. Well, I shouldn't say that. It depends on the student. I think my son is going to put his college, time in college to use because he's smart. Then there's the other people that just want to go to college, so they get a degree in basket weaving. Woo.
most comical. Would have been a fucking riot.
A fucking riot, baby! 2 fucks in 3 minutes, baby. All right.
Word anyone else. Unfortunately, it was hard to appreciate the humor of the situation when she herself was the butt of the joke.
You are.
There had
definitely
been
a
no
joke.
crystal ball to show her that the job market would bottom out. No sidewalk soothsayer to warn her away from the
I'm pretty sure the job market didn't bottom out. You're just not quite as fucking smart as you think you are, you dumb bitch. You're about to fuck a minotaur.
debt she was taking on. The near future had no clarion call, and so she
No clarion call? The fuck? Just use normal words.
never suspected she'd find herself overqualified for 75%.
This is a fantasy. This is totally a fantasy. She's having trouble getting a job at McDonald's because she's overqualified. Not because she's too good to work at
the
McDonald's.
jobs with openings, and unable to pay back her student loans with the entry-level salaries they offered. She was tired of struggling to pay her
That's probably a reflection of your degree, ma'am, but we never
rent.
look
Was certain
inward.
she was giving herself an ulcer, stressing over
Oh, so now she's now she has crippling anxiety and an ulcer. Fuck. Man, where do we hire this bitch? She sounds like perfect hiring material. She doesn't sound arrogant at all
her
either.
inability to repay her loans and remitting the
So we've said fuck twice. We're talking about how smart she is about 8 times. And we've now said the word student loans or loans like 4 or 5 times. And this is a 5-minute clip.
bare minimum on her nearly maxed out credit cards.
Oh, maxed out fucking Christ, man. I am in this world. I'm picking this up right now.
But the thought of moving home, back to the boring little town
Well, Dane, to be fair, ulcers are caused by bacterial infections, not stress. If she was smart, she would know that. Well, I mean, let's hold on. Let's give her a little grace here. we have no idea what that fucking bull dick is putting inside of her. I mean, right? I mean, she could have ulcers everywhere. I mean, she could have throat ulcers. She could have ass ulcers. I mean, like, she could have holes all over her body. I have no idea.
She'd lived in her entire life, where no one ever left, and no one ever did anything but have more kids to ensure future generations of drudgery.
Dude, this bitch is shitting on mothers. You're an arrogant, unhireable piece of shit who is horny for Minotaur dick, and you got a problem with mothers.
To the loft above her parents' garage, currently filled with boxes from Aunt Gracie's house.
That's probably where you belong.
And evidence of her mother's hobbies pursued and long since abandoned, was not one she could abide. Now here was the
I wonder, is she going to have a Minotaur baby? Maybe that's for the sequel.
this job, a potential lifeline if she got it. She'd clicked the Apply Now button without another moment of hesitation. Anything would be better than moving home. Who cares what it's for?
I don't believe that, because then you'd be working at McDonald's.
Famous last words. She'd been forced to admit the previous day, squirming in her seat as the training video had been queued up, glancing surreptitiously at the other prospective new hires in attendance. A green-skinned woman with broad shoulders and
Green-skinned woman?
curving tusks, whose long black braid sat heavily on her shoulder. A slender troll who'd scarcely looked up from her phone since they'd entered the video room. An anxious-seeming young man with long rabbit-like ears who carried a water bottle emblazoned with the local university's logo, and a pair of goblins who seemed to know each other, if their non-stop chatter was any indication. There was not another human in sight, but Violet had been half expecting that. The interview process had been simple and straightforward. An online portal to apply, followed by a video call, during which she'd been asked about her work history and organizational skills.
So is this really where we're at? Like, it's fantasy because they decided that there's a troll, an orc, 2 goblins, and a bunny boy at the jack-off farm instead of all humans? That's what makes it fantasy, just like because there's creatures. I want to bet $500 she doesn't know what surreptitious means. You need the hardcover, huh? Like, she is like, she's got a thesaurus right next to her. Like, she is fucking working hard. It apparently this is hugely popular, Alexander. Apparently this is like fucking literally like flying off the books popular for women right now. I can just imagine what the interview was. How strong are your hands? Can you make a circle with them? We need to see if it'll fit around the Minotaur. Yeah, I think that's the opening. Her bitching about being too smart and how everybody's beneath her and you know all this shit. So she's gonna take a job jacking off Minotaurs. And then she falls in love with one. Yay. Thank God. Thank you. Thank God. Oh my God. Like, what a snippet. Like, it's, but you can see, like, but you can see, like, it's like, oh, I can relate to this woman. I've done everything right, and the world is just against me and not fair. Right? I mean, that's what it is. You have a bunch of sad people that, want to blame their lot in life on not anything they're doing. It's the world that's against them. They've done everything right. They got their degree in fucking dragon art of the 20th century. And for some reason, nobody wants to hire her with that degree. She applied to be a doctor, and like her dragon degree didn't fucking count. And I don't understand why. It's a fucking unfair world. Like, doesn't affirmative action kick in there somewhere? You don't have any dragon majors? Come on. I mean, that right? I mean, that's now. I don't understand where the fucking Minotaur stuff comes into play with them relating to the main character being like a piece of shit. But, somewhere we make that transition, I guess. And then we make a transition to a bat boy, and then we make a transition to a werewolf. And then, Fourth Wing is life just like dragons fucking people, apparently. Well, she said herself, Sherry, anything's better than, going home, but she's too good for McDonald's. But, jacking off Minotaurs is just fine. No problem. Join the Dragon Fuckers League. That's right. We gotta join the Draggers. Yeah, I should change it. To become a member, become a point. But see, I can't do that because there's actually a Dragon Fuckers League. That's the fucking scary part. There is a group that fucking goes by that shit. No. He apparently, if you watch the show on Head like video, the Minotaur like basically calls her perfect and tells her that he's gonna take care of her, and she just needs to sit there and order and eat and be herself. And that's the best because she's great. So he's gonna pay for her, and he's gonna, put her horn in her vagina and take care of her. And she just has to be her. It is insane. Crippling anxiety is Pedro Pascal in this? Probably. I mean, he's probably going to play the Minotaur. He never he never turns down a role, right? TFL and Alexander Daddario forever. Oh my! I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. I love me some Alexander Daddario, but not a dragon. Oh my god, no. No. So real quick, so I had some questions about this. Complete Wheel of Time plot explained on whiteboard. Yeah, unfortunately, he's in everything. I'm tired of seeing his face. So, remember way back when? Yeah, 11 hours, and it's only the Knife of Dreams. He's got another 4.5 hours for the last 3 books. So, apparently people are watching this too, which I can't believe. That's like, it's an 11-hour video. So I guess I have no idea if I should watch this or not and see. Like, I would assume it's semi-accurate. Probably, as long as he doesn't start throwing his opinions in there, maybe. But do you remember a while ago when he made that announcement, like this is where my curiosity comes in. Remember, there was a certain time when he was doing chapter summaries on his, was it chapter or book summaries on his Patreon? He was charging $1 to get the I think it was the book summaries. I'm sorry, I can't help it, okay? I'm just a performative guy. I don't know how to turn it off. So, is this because either two things? They sat on his Patreon long enough and he just decided, screw it, I'm going to put them all together and put it on my YouTube channel. Or no, he charged for it, Alex. It was behind the paywall. It was behind the paywall. Or did nobody pay to get the book summaries? So he just said, fuck it, I might as well put it on my YouTube channel. Which one do you think is more likely? Because I'm sort of leaning towards like maybe a handful of people watched it. And it's like, well, I could probably, get a few views on it. Scrape. I mean, the video's doing pretty fucking good for an 11-hour video. 455,000 views, like 20,000 upvotes. I mean, it's doing pretty good. I don't know how big his Patreon is, right? So I would imagine some people paid for it. I don't know why. I mean, other than to just support him, but well, yeah, if it's been up on his Patreon for a while, then it's just like, okay, it's run its course. Now it's time to just, get paid for it another way, right? Because he's getting paid for it right now, 450,000. That's pretty decent. Well, he's been doing all this recently too, the Patreon stuff. He just started doing that, right? So that's all new. Like we're talking about months. So
my name is Daniel Greene, and starting today, I'm going to begin summarizing the entirety of
so these are the ones that are on the Patreon, 100%. I could just from that intro, 100%. So these are the Patreon ones for sure.
Of time for you. All 14 of these books. The number one reason I see people end up putting down what I consider to be American is they just end up forgetting too much. Around book 6, 7, 8, they go down for 6 months to a year, and by the time they come back to it, 8, 9, 10, it just doesn't make sense anymore. So I want the video to solve that problem. For anyone who is enjoying the Wheel of Time and needs a refresher, you can look at the chapters in this video and jump exactly to the book you need a refresher on. Or if you're disappointed by the recent cancellation of the Wheel of Time show, you actually want to know how this.
Why do we keep doing that? Can we stop doing that, please? Can we? You just can't stop. We just can't stop. We can't stop with the bullshit. We cannot stop with the bullshit lies. There. The proper wording of this should be, even if we're saying, if you're disappointed that the show is over, fine. You're crazy, but fine. What you should be saying is, because you're about to say, you can go to book 4, my book 4 summary, and get an idea of how the story ends. But the proper suggestion is to just start the fuck over. because the first 3 seasons of Wheel of Time didn't tell any of the book story. That is just a fact. Like, even like I just am like, this shit just, this is the shit that bothers me the most about all of this. Even if, like, again, don't like the show, never will. Even if you liked the show, you got some warped, weird fucking alien third fucking dimension Wheel of Time story that has nothing to do with the books. So if you like the show, you're never gonna know how it ends because it didn't tell any of the real story. But if you're interested, then you start over and get the real story because the fucking show story is not the fucking Wheel of Time story. Like, I am so tired of this. Like, you know, all the there's articles there. Oh, if you're interested in finding out how the fucking story ends, you can start. Oh, where do you start? Oh, because they told parts of fucking Lords of Chaos too. So I guess you could start in fucking goddamn Crown of Swords. They don't even know where to fucking tell people to start because they don't know what the fucking parts of the story they told because they didn't tell any of the parts of the story. So stop telling them that. Just tell them to start over. Like, just be fucking honest. God damn. But it was a portal. They didn't go through a portal. It was a nightmare world. Wheel of Time work. Yeah, right? It's like I absolutely could not bear. I could not follow the show despite having read the books and had no idea where the non-readers. Right. So like it's that simple. Like and this is not even me like fucking. This isn't me being like, oh, you're crazy for liking the show. I think that's true, but you know, if you like the show and you pick up book 4, you're going to be completely fucking lost. Or book 5 or book 6 or wherever the hell they think they stopped the show. We, you know, but they've gassed up themselves in thinking where they stopped because, well, they didn't tell any of it. But like I would challenge anybody who has just watched the first 3 the 3 seasons of Wheel of Time to not be fucking completely lost picking up the Shadow Rising. Especially considering, you know, our boy Rand is walking, you know, has got Kalendor in hand at the beginning of fucking the Shadow Rising, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this thing?" Right? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So why, like, stop doing this.
Story ends, but you're not necessarily a voracious book reader. This is also just a way you can find that catharsis. But I think it's really unfair that you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
What the fuck did he just say?
And jump exactly to the book you need a refresher on. Or if you're disappointed by the recent cancellation of the Wheel of Time show, you actually want to know how this story ends, but you're not necessarily a voracious book reader. This is also just a way you can find that catharsis. But I think it's really unfair that you wouldn't be able to otherwise.
You don't know how the story started, asshole. Let's be real. This just complete lie that you can like pick up the books and get a continuing story from the fucking the show. It's just like no, not even close. Why do you think we all have such a problem with it? And like there's like half these articles I found, it's like just like, oh, season 3, man, season 3 got closer to the books than ever. It's like you had like 15 minutes that was closer to the books, and that's it. What are you talking about?
As far as I'm aware, this is the most ambitious summer.
All right, we can't not back up. We can't not back up. I feel bad they didn't get any Wheel of Time, and they have to pretend.
As far as I'm aware, this is the most ambitious summary in the history of BookTube. So if you could drop a like and
Fuck, he's breaking fucking records, people. Pat on the back. Way to go, Daniel.
subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But without any further ado, let us begin our summary of the first book, The Eye of the World.
The fuck?
Before we meet any of the iconic characters,
What is this? Is this supposed to be Dragon Mount? I can check if you want. Here, I'll go back.
summary of the first book, The Eye of the World. Before we meet,
It's like it's supposed to be like Gregorian chant, but he got demon sounds instead. Like his editors left him when he got all his like accusations, right? So maybe that's why he stopped Fantasy News, because like all his good editors are gone.
any of the iconic characters this series is known for: Randolph Thor, Perrin Barra, Egwene Alvir, Matrim, Coffin, Moraine, Damodred. We actually start 3,000 years in the past, and we witness the beginning of the breaking of the world. What causes this? I'm very glad you asked. You see, we are at the very tail end of the War of the Shadow, where...
Oh, this could be good. This could be good. Is he going to blame LTT for it?
The dragon, Luz Theron Telamon, depicted here as LTT, was able to seal the Dark One away in a flawed prison. But, excuse me, two problems with that. One, it's a flawed prison, and guess what? In 3,000 years, that's going to be a problem. But two, the Dark One was able to do one last thing. You see, the male half of the One Power within Wheel of Time has been tainted. Before the seals could be put in place, the Dark One put his taint on Sayadine.
The fuck is this graphic? Holy shit, man. You need to get those editors back. Unless he's having to do it himself. Maybe he's having to do it himself? Wait, right. That's yeah, another big reason. Right, exactly. Like, that's why don't tell show watchers to just pick up book 4 or get summary of book. You're just reinforcing my point. Yes, right, exactly. I'm just waiting for the backhanded comment that the 100 companions were wrong, and then and I know some of you agree and disagree, but I think LTT did nothing wrong. We'll just say that.
Jokes you're thinking of, yes, are often made in the fandom. It is referred to...
Wait, what?
Before the seals could be put in place, the Dark One put his taint on Sayadine. The jokes you're thinking of, yes, are often made...
No, they're not. Only by fucking weirdos, bro. Nobody's talking about fucking taints because the fucking taint the dark... Jesus Christ, get your fucking head out of the gutter. God damn it. Holy shit. Holy shit. Are we really doing this? Just stick to the story. Nobody's thinking about anybody's fucking taint.
Made in the fandom. It is referred to as his taint. It is the Dark One's taint. It is dirty and drives men mad. All of those things are true. But the other half...
How long does he go on about the Eye of the World? For an hour. Oh.
Half of the One Power Sayadar, wielded by exclusively women, remain clean. And so...
And once again, we get the chart.
While male channelers began to be driven mad across the world, causing unimaginable levels of damage.
Too much editing. We didn't need this.
It fell to female Aes Sedai to find, gentle, and or kill their male counterparts. And this was not an easy, smooth process, and was so...
Gee, Daniel, I've never read The Wheel of Time before. What does gentling mean? Because since you're talking about people's taints, you know, gentling could be a sex term. Like, I don't know. Why not? What does it mean to gentle somebody?
Destructive, the world was destroyed to the point where maps were no longer accurate. I often see the question of like, how did they technologically go from what's shown to us as like a magic and tech utopia to borderline medieval times where the series picks up? Because it's kind of like if the Black Death world...
Because, you know, if you pay attention to an event called the breaking of the fucking world... Just saying, okay.
War 1 and 2 happened.
You talk to a lot of retards, man. Like, holy shit.
And then every political leader went insane and launched all their nukes at once. Society wouldn't do well. But it begins in the Wheel of Time's prologue. You see, Lews Therin Telamon is wandering around his house, the dragon's palace, and yelling for his wife, going, "Ah!" Really trying to get this woman's attention. But she's not responding, and the vibes are off. And a stranger appears within his palace and begins mocking him. Now, Lews Therin Telamon does...
Please get them off. Like, Jesus Christ. You couldn't find... Like, use the fucking ones from the comic. Oh.
Not exactly seem aware of this mocking, and is also unable to find his children. It's going to be as bad as you think, because he's already insane, and this stranger in his house actually heals Lews Therin's madness to show him what he's done, which is not only butcher his servants...
He just used Winter Dragon. Holy fucking hell.
...and friends, but his family in his insanity, and he is now surrounded by everyone he loves dead. So that victorious army... not exactly feeling it anymore, represented by all the dead people here. And in his grief, Lews Therin Telamon kind of goes crazy again and ends up making Dragon Mount, the tallest peak in the world. And imagine if Mount Everest just shot up in the middle of an area. Things would be destroyed. And that's just the start. And so after millennia of destruction, finally, society is able to rebuild. There is the rise and fall of empires. But eventually, civilization stabilizes. And we pick up 3,000 years later with a wind. A wind that's blowing across the world. And this is the iconic opening you will see in every single Wheel of Time book. And it goes as follows.
Like, this is Jesus Christ. I didn't think this. I mean, he's like fucking like. I guess it's just his style. Not until Nynaeve. He just gave him a moment of clarity. That's it. It's just it. He gave him a moment of clarity. That's it. People stopping getting trash taken away each week, and then yeah, exactly. Oh God! All right.
The Wheel of Time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become an age yet to come. Wheel of Time. Poetic. Just
Thank you.
As a reading experience, because this whole is Robert Jordan 2 are neither beginnings nor endings with the turning of the Wheel of Time, but it was a beginning.
God, I got chills.
And that right there is Robert Jordan doing a remarkable amount of world building in this poetic, just as a reading experience. Because this whole mythology is built around what you just read on the broadest scope possible. Time, reality itself, is a wheel here. The age that once was will come again, and this third age has happened in an endless cycle. But every single time this age occurs, the stakes could not be higher. But we'll get into that, and you're going to hear me say that a lot. But the second thing is those mountains of mist eventually lead to a country road, where we find two individuals walking with their pony Bella. Hold up, first fan theory.
The fuck is happening on this whiteboard?
Take this as legitimately as you will. I know fans who will die on this hill. I know some who believe it is a joke, and I know others who think this is just stupid. But many fans believe Bella, seen here, depicted wonderfully, is actually the creator of reality. It's a fan theory.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Do you know how upset I'd be if I paid $1 for this? No, sorry, it's okay. I just had to I had to go read a chapter of Morning Glory Milking Farm to even this out, since this is just driving me crazy. I had to, I had to buy it and read it, just bring me back to reality, since Bella's the creator, apparently. What like okay. I must have lived a fucking sheltered existence when I was first reading The Wheel of Time. I had, we probably all had, I don't know if you guys had your, people that are near my age. I don't know if you had your message boards that you went to, but I had my, the Black Tower community that was a bunch of people, message board that talked about the books and weren't complete fucking weirdos talking about taints and Bella being God. Like, this shit is like this fucking weird. Where did this, like, I had maybe I was in fucking denial. All this weird ass fucking show defender part of the fandom that is just like horny and fucking horny and dumb. Well, actually, that's not true. I did know they exist. They just hung out at Dragon Mountain, the whitetower.com. So I digress. I sort of forgot. Yeah. So I guess I just avoided them so I didn't hear any of this nonsense. It's a joke. It's not a theory. It's right. Mule's got it. It's a joke. It's a joke. Yeah, fuck yeah. Sure, Daniel will be there for that. He'll have his rubber suit on and everything. He'll be ready. Allegedly. Okay. Yeah, no, like, we talked theories and shit on like, this was years and years ago, right? It was like like Reddit, but it was just like a like a message board of people, right? Before, Reddit destroyed all those. But like this shit was like never a thing. I guess that's just how I guess communities of like people just, go together, right? I guess that's just how it goes, I guess.
Believe it if you want to. What evidence is there? Bella's a relevant character for a long time. Beyond that, not.
No. Bella is a running, like, okay. I may take some flack for this shit. I am so tired of the Bella bullshit. Am I the only one? I'm like, I am over the Bella. It's a fucking horse that they shows up from time to time. That's it. Maybe, yeah, the shock collar on Bella, maybe that's possible. Moraine probably did it. I'm sure Moraine hangs out with Hassan. I'm sure that's probably a thing. Right? I could see that. I could see Moraine hanging out with Hassan. So maybe Egwene too. Yeah. So I'm sure they're in the shock collar club. They probably trade models and stuff, and how long to do it, and shock their how long to do it without killing their dogs. Yeah, probably. I could see that. Oh God. I'm Marin Alvear is the dark one. I'm so tired of all the just like I'm tired. It's just a fucking horse. Shows up from time to time and they ride it. That's it. It's a vehicle. It's a car. I've never. It's just like this bad running joke that won't die.
Too much. Also, I think there's one like lore breaking thing with this horse that happens later on, but whatever. We'll get there. The dude
There's what?
a relevant character for a long time. Beyond that, not.
Incorrect, but fine. It's a horse. Real-time editing Kayla's live text to Daniel. Anybody can come up with a retarded theory. It's a joke, not a theory. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, this is weird. Okay.
Of reality. It's a fan theory. Believe it if you want to.
Again, a joke.
What evidence is there? Bella's a relevant character for.
There's no evidence. Bella is a horse. That's it.
A long time. Beyond that, not too much. Also, I think there's one like lore breaking thing with this horse that happens later on, but
Lore breaking thing with Bella? There's a lore breaking thing with Bella? What does anybody know what he's referring to? Dane, you still here? Yeah, Pips is the creator, exactly. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, it's known. Bella is Pips's bitch. Like, what are we talking about? Like, do we know, like, yes, agreed. Gribble, 100% 100%. I fucking, like, anytime I fucking hear Bella, fuck off. I like, who cares? Didn't agree is referring to the companion. Bella gets resurrected because reasons. Okay, and you know why I don't know that? Because I don't fucking care about Bella. If Bella died and got resurrected, well, okay. So it's the companion that fucks up and not the story. Did Jordan write it or just the companion write it? Because if the companion wrote it, it's not canon. It's just bullshit. Or you know, the strike at Sheo Ghul or anything else you could be adding, any context to the ceiling. You know, I I guess it's not in the books, but it is an add-on short story, right? Okay. We just spent fucking like 5 minutes, like 2 minutes on Bella. Yeah, Lanfear. Yeah, Lanfear's dead. Fuck that. Yeah, you're right.
Whatever, we'll get there. The two characters that we're going to be focusing on now are Tam Althor and his son, Rand Althor, seen here with his very notable red hair. Why is it notable? Well, he's a tall, pale, white dude with red hair, and there is no one else in the Two Rivers that matches that exact description, meaning like the red.
Just like a certain show. Everybody in the Two Rivers looks the same except for Rand. It's just like they do it in the show, isn't it? Oh, right. Right. No, my bad.
Solo Ginger. And they are bringing casks of brandy to their local village.
Solo Ginger. I'm going to have to go through season 1 and find as many gingers as I can in Edmonds Field. Just because of this line. Just. He has hair in season 1. He's used a terrible picture, and he should be using, like I said, comic book pictures, but you know, he's also the show defender, so you know.
Emmons Field. And the reason I actually put an apple here to remind myself of this is I always remember this is them bringing.
Well, you hate the Lanfear thing because it's made up garbage because people for some reason have this fucking boner for Lanfear, other than she's so it's one of those things that like they don't want her to be dead, so they ignore reality, so she isn't dead, and she's like fucked off to Sean Chan to take over shit, even though there's no evidence to prove that she survived because, well, Perrin broke her fucking neck. In the world of dreams, which is basically his territory, like it's one of those things that everybody seems to forget. Yes, Lanfear is very, 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 very skilled in the world of dreams. Perrin lives there. It's the second home. So Perrin killed Lanfear. It's over. Get over it. She faked him breaking his neck. Right. Gotcha.
Tabak to Beltane, which is not right, even though they're farmers, because Two Rivers in Emmonsfield specifically is known for making like the best tabak in the world, smoke out of a pipe. So I always end up...
What? Tabak?
Whatever. They're bringing brandy and apple cider, and Rand is keeping a bow on him because there's been a lot of wolves sighted recently, and more importantly, bears. And Rand specifically says he's more afraid of bears because wolves aren't going to be the things that are hurting him. You'll see why that's relevant. But while on watch with his bow, Rand looks behind him and sees a rider. Except
Am I wrong? Okay, hold on. Am I wrong? The reason Rand is more afraid of bears than wolves is because they're fucking bears. It shouldn't have to anything to do with Perrin being a wolf brother yet, because he's not. The talent hasn't manifested itself yet. Or am I wrong? Like, am I wrong? Or probably she probably would too, knowing her. That or strawberries. She'll just go roll around in a fucking field of strawberries and I guess put them in her taint because, taint, right?
it's not a very chill rider. Immediately spooky vibes. All black cloak that does not move in the wind. What? We just heard about a big wind coming through the mountains of mist. There is extraordinary detail taken to talk about it flapping Rand's cloak repeatedly, and this rider not touched by it. Just know.
How about new?
But as Rand tries to keep his eyes on this person...
Hey, interesting. Hold on. Let's take a minute here. Interesting. So curious. We didn't have a shot of a Myrdral. We had to use a ring wraith. That seems strange. Considering we had a whole 3. Oh wait, I'm sorry. There were no Myrdral in season 3. My bad. Fucking, they're not important. Like Fades, fuck them, right? Who gives a shit? Fades, yeah, fuck Fades. Who cares? Pick up book 4. You can start right back up. Yeah, right on. Fuck.
How about new?
But as Rand tries to keep his eyes on this person before he can warn his father, his boot strikes a rock and he stumbles. Looks back up and the rider gone. Not good. It's like when you're scuba diving and seeing a shark is fine. Suddenly having the shark gone, bad. Very bad. And then he tells his father, and he kind of expects his father to be like, boy, your imagination's playing with you. But Tam isn't just a dad, he's the best dad. And he actually kind of takes Rand's warning seriously, and they keep like a sharp eye out. They're like, all right, I don't like that. And this is already foreshadowing some interesting facts we'll get about Tam later. But they do end up
finally something good.
So
okay.
Depicted here with its very joyous son, and the festivities already kind of beginning with their brandy, and they start unloading. And Rand runs into his very good buddy, Matrim Coffin, the local town scoundrel. Now Matt excitedly tells Rand that like, hey man,
the local town scoundrel. Would you describe young Matt as a scoundrel? Well, I know, Dane. That's what I'm saying is because Myrdle in the show looks so bad, and they're never there, and they're used so sparingly and wrong. Even he, instead of using a Myrdle from the show, went and got a ring wraith because the ring wraiths are better Myrdle than the fucking Myrdle that the show put. That's my point. No. See that right. That he is a kid, he is a prankster. Mischievous. Scoundrel, I don't think is the right word. Am I like that's just what I'm getting at. He's not a scoundrel, he's a mischievous prankster, maybe a little bit of a brat. I don't even know if brat's fair, but he's a jokester. A jester,
And let's sneak away and not help your dad unload because there's honey cakes from Mistress Alvire, Gwen's mother, and also, there's strangers in town. But Pam sees them, makes them unload the casks, and from there, well, we gotta ask about those strangers because Rand, of course, is like, hey, was one of them wearing a black cloak? And scary as shit. Which Matt is like, no, not at all. In fact, one of them has a patchwork cloak because he's a gleeman named Tom Maryland. And the most important things you remember about.
No. Are you using the faces from the show because we're trying to gaslight the people who've watched the show into thinking they've actually consumed the Wheel of Time product? Is that what we're doing? Is that why we're using the pictures from the actors and actresses from the show to try and like fool the people that have only watched the show into thinking they've consumed Wheel of Time? I thought the Gleeman was in I thought they walked into one of the inns and he was playing or something, wasn't he? The big comeuppance was the lady in town giving out coins. And there was rumor of the Gleeman, right? There was like, if I remember right, it was Tom. There was a rumor that a Gleeman arrived, and that there's also a lady in town with a guard, with a bodyguard. Whatever. Yeah.
Tom Maryland right now are, my guy has the greatest mustache that's ever been. He has a patchwork cloak that Robert Jordan will describe to you 60 quintillion times, and he does nothing but spit facts. Tom Maryland, just facts all day. Great guy.
I look handsome, I look smart, I am a walking work of art.
We also meet Perrin Ibarra during this time, who is the local town blacksmith's apprentice, though that is not his father. Master Luhan is simply his trainer. Perrin's family lives outside the village on their own farm. He is there when our boys meet Tom Maryland, and he juggles for them while gently prodding for information. And then finally, we meet Nynaeve Almira. The town wisdom, who is notably very young for the role, only a couple of years older to our main group of younglings we've met so far. Definitely babysitter vibes for them. Her authority is questioned by some of the elders of the town, but she brooks no nonsense and certainly wants to be looking after those kids that she is so close to. The next two strangers are described as a beautiful noblewoman and her guard, who actually has a color shifting cloak. It's not patchwork, but if he stands perfectly still, it kind of like blends into the environment like a chameleon. All right, we have special cloaks, immediately taking a prominent point in the narrative. And as you can tell, none of these people are a mysterious rider with a black cloak. There is another.
I think it's because he's trying to gaslight the people that watch the show into thinking they've actually heard this story. I truly think that's why. And again, we've once again, because the show didn't do it properly, we've had to grab something from Lord of the Rings that was closer than anything they did in the show. It's becoming a trend already. We're 11 minutes into this video.
Other person in town, though, who isn't a stranger. He's a local merchant who shows up every now and then to help these people buy things from outside the faraway, distant place they exist in, so far from the capital city of Andor, Camelin, that they rarely ever even see the Queen's taxmen. Basically, pot on
What's an Andor? We never went there in fucking the show.
Fane is like their connection to the outside world and news. And Pot on Fane likes this in not a good way, because immediately this guy is stirring up drama. Well, he's telling the truth. He's not doing it in the chillest way. He's like, there's war. War is bad. And there's also false dragons, like never before. False dragons being men who can channel, who claim themselves to be the dragon reborn, because it has been prophesied that the dragon will be born again.
Heaven Fane didn't lie. That's all factual.
to fight the Dark One. And if you're a man who can channel, you know you're going to go insane and be killed. The mentality of a lot of them is like, I might as well say I'm the Dragon Reborn, because what's the other alternative? Not good. But this moment is used to emphasize just how uneducated and
don't tell people? Hide it as long as you can? Go live in a farm by yourself? Quite a few options for men that can channel. Obviously, considering the fucking giant influx of fucking Ashaman, just saying.
from the rest of the world in Mansfield is. They don't even understand their own lore that I've been describing to you so far. In fact, it has to be said to one of them that no, the dragon is not the Dark One. And then some people debate whether Aes Sedai served the Dark One because they're responsible for the world breaking, which isn't wrong. You'll notice these people have a whole lot of half-truths. It's a representation of how, over time, myths become legend, and continuing that whole thing. It's very clear in his writing of these people in Mansfield that Robert Jordan loves country folk. He has a very deep place in his heart for the simpler lifestyle. He also thinks a lot of these people are idiots.
I thought it was a giant melting pot of different people, not country folk.
But in a loving way.
You gotta remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land, the common clay of the New West. You know, morons.
But Rand, with Perrin and Matt and one other local farm boy who doesn't matter, end up running into a weird raven that just stares at them. And
The fuck was that?
You gotta remember that these are just simple farmers. These are people of the land, the common clay of the New West. You know, morons.
But Rand, with Perrin and Matt and one other local farm boy who does.
Oh, he's talking about the other kid that got a coin because she was just giving them to everybody. Okay.
End up running into a weird raven that just stares at them. And they even throw a rock at it, and the raven doesn't fly off, but just goes. That's creepy. Good job, Robert Jordan. Low-key, Wheel of Time has some strong horror vibes throughout it. And it's so strange that it distracts them from the little tiniest woman who ever existed walking up behind them. Moraine, yes, we're going to go ahead and get this out of the way because she's extraordinarily well known. You probably know this, is an Aes Sedai and is the Gandalf for the Wheel of Time. She is the wizard shown up to find the farm boy. And she ends up talking to our three fellas and gives them coins. Why does she give them money?
Gandalf of the Wheel of Time. I actually sort of feel like Tom is the Gandalf of the Wheel of Time, minus the magic. Am I wrong? Okay. Fair enough. Only an Eye of the World? Yeah. Okay.
Well, she is kind of just doing like a, here, have some money, kids thing. But we quickly learn that these are actually trackers because she has been hunting for some special boys. And it turns out she's found 3 special boys.
3? 3, you say? No. I've only watched the show, Daniel Greene. I thought I could start at Shadow Rising. 3, you say? Coins? No.
Boys. But not until Moraine, the tiniest woman ever, turns and walks away that they notice her warder, who they think is a guard, Lan, was standing like right there because his cloak is that good. And then he like moves and they're like, Jesus Christ! It's scary. Camouflage, but like even better. But we see that actually Tam is taking a lot of what Podon Fane is saying seriously. He doesn't buy into Podon Fane's necessarily like fear-mongering, but Tam is like, we should prepare. We should send some people to Devon Ride and make sure that if the
okay.
Disruptions in the world do
I don't remember feeling like I just Podon Fane was just giving the news of the world. There's fucking wars breaking out and false dragons have risen. Like that's just a fact.
We're ready for it. And again,
I don't think it was really fear mongering. It's just that's the news. If the news is bad, that sucks. Like
showing us Tam is a very capable man. And the final very notable thing that happens in Rand's day in Mansfield is he runs into his love interest, Egwene Alvir, the daughter of the married couple that runs the only inn in town. Egwene is the youngest of the group. Are
you going to mention the strawberry? That's all I need to know.
But also doesn't let herself get pushed around and is the most eager to.
Well, yeah, Fane is basically he's like Tom, only not skilled. He has the news, so he gets to hold it over people, right? He's a bit of a showmanship, right? And he just
Let's say, to quote Bilbo, go on an adventure. Afterward, Rand and Tam
more Lord of the Rings. Just saying.
on home. And quickly, this night goes really bad. There's a moment early on where they're sitting down for dinner where Rand notices his father takes an incredibly nice sword out that Rand did not know that he owns and just gets it ready. That's terrifying. Imagine if you did not know your father, that the only person you live with in this isolated area owned a weapon, and in the middle of dinner, they just put a Glock on the table. And you're like, what the hell? And they're like, just in case. What? And it turns out Tam, absolutely right, because there's some disturbances outside with their farm animals, and then Trollocs attack their farm. But Tam ain't no pushover. He whips out his sword and actually starts dueling them very well. This is sword fighting to me. And he tells Rand, no, because obviously, farm boy, I'm your dad. I'm gonna save you, leave. And Rand does run from the farmhouse. But he can't run too far because he doesn't want to just abandon his father. While waiting not too far from the farm, Rand is found by Tam. Again, showing that Tam knows his shit. But Tam, despite having beaten the Trollocs, is very badly wounded. And Rand needs to figure out a way to get his father all the way back down that country road for the third time today. My God. So he heads on over to, I think it's the sheep pen, to grab a board to put him on so that he can drag his father all the way back to Emmons Field. It's not smooth, because while he is trying to gather these things, a Trolloc wanders on in and is like, I knew you were going to be here. All the other Trollocs left to go help with the town, but Narg's smart. Narg wait in ambush. And some people might be thinking, hey, I watched the Wheel of Time show. A Trolloc never spoke. And I want you to know again.
You're really going to, after all the shit you just talked about that is not in the show, you're going to reference the show for Narg? Hey, I watched the show. What coins? Hey, I watched the show. What Gleeman? Hey, I watched the show. What color shifting cloak? Just tip of the iceberg. Am I wrong? Like, guys? But no, he didn't. He couldn't. I don't know why he just didn't get the picture of Narg. Like, Narg is not a bird Trolloc. Well, just get Narg. Like, there's just get Narg. It's just like just fucking don't, just leave the show. Like, you're being just not. It makes this worse because you've ignored a whole bunch of other shit that isn't in the show, that's extremely important, and then you mention the show for Narg talking. Just don't reference the show. I don't know what are Trollocs and Fades? I have no fucking clue. You're right, Kane. I don't know. Yeah. What are these things he's speaking of? I don't know. Hey, Amanda. Well, like, so wasn't it somebody on TikTok made a color shifting cloak with like $100 or something? And it wasn't half bad. And, they made an invisibility cloak in Harry Potter,
In the entirety of the rest of Wheel of Time, a Trolloc never speaks again. Rand also, having taken his father's sword, kind of accidentally kills this Trolloc.
And that has to do with the show. What? Gotcha.
By having it fall on the blade, which is another thing related to him being Tal'Virin. We'll talk about later. And so this is.
Wait, what? Did he just say? Wait, we're attributing Rand killing the Trolloc to him being Ta'Virin? Huh? Are we? Is that what you just said? Somebody, please? My voice is going to keep going up? Somebody better give me a super chat or I'm going to die? I don't know. It's not relevant yet. We don't know what Ta'Virin is. It wouldn't make any sense for it to be because it's Ta'Virin. We don't know what a Ta'Virin is. Why would we attribute him killing Narg to Taviran if we don't know what Taviran is yet? Him being Turok, I attribute a little bit to his Taviranness and luck. He is, Rand is a lucky boy partially because of his Taviran. But I just thought he killed Narg with a little luck. I didn't, at this point, I didn't think, we haven't been introduced to what a Taviran is, so we have no reason to think that. I mean, I guess retroactively we could, maybe. I don't know. I just never thought of it that way.
Oh, a Trolloc never spoke, and I want you to know again, in the entirety of the rest of Wheel of Time, a Trolloc never speaks again. Rand also, having taken his father's sword, kind of accidentally kills this Trolloc by, having it fall on the blade, which is another thing related to him being Tal'Viran. We'll talk about later. And so, this is the one Trolloc that was smart enough to speak
I agree to disagree. I don't agree with that. I just think he killed Narg. I guess is my interpretation.
In full sentences, and Rand stopped it. So you see this little fish evolving? Rand squished it. Just absolutely never. Maybe Trolloc about it.
What? What?
In full sentences, and Rand the blade, which is another thing related to him being Tal'Viran. We'll talk about later. And so this is the one Trolloc that was smart enough to speak coherently in full sentences, and Rand stopped it. So you see this little fish evolving? Rand squished it. Just absolutely never. Maybe Trolloc.
So that's just a fucking weird joke. Okay, got you.
About a peaceful future. Narg's smart. Maybe Narg eventually would have realized, peace. We don't have to serve the Dark One. We can move beyond. But a farm boy just came through and whack! I don't know. I just found this so funny. But Rand hauls his father on.
Yeah, the Trolloc that was, gonna kill him.
Realized, peace.
Haha, funny. So funny.
We don't have to serve the Dark One.
He killed the thing trying to kill him. And Narg was more involved than the other Trollocs because he talked one line. I just assumed Trollocs didn't like talking to humans.
We can move beyond, but a farm boy just came through and whack! I don't know. I just found this so funny. But Rand hauls his father onto the plank and begins dragging him all the way back to town. Except, Tam's not looking too good. Guys, you see Tam bleeding out is starting to have
See you later, SB.
Feverish and having flashbacks to the past. And he starts talking about his time.
Thanks for popping in, dude. And he's saying that Marg was a more evolved Trolloc. I don't think that's true. I just think Trollocs don't talk to humans. That's it. I think it's that simple. I mean, they have to organize some way, right? I mean, besides Vermidril talking in their brains. So I just, yeah.
I'm fighting in the Aiel War, a war.
There you go. And thank you, Andrew. Except he's an idiot. Lan says many times that some Trollocs can speak. Yeah, exactly. They'd have to because, right. So, all right. We'll see you later, SB. Thanks for hanging out, buddy.
That ended roughly around the time that Rand was born. And he talked about how the Aiel just came over the Dragon Wall like a swarm, and they were such incredibly dangerous, scary opponents. But then he starts talking about finding a little boy born of one of the Aiel on the slopes of Dragon Mount, and he picked it up and
you fucking had to.
Saved it and brought it back to his wife, and they raised it. And so basically Rand, after having the worst day of his life, dragging his father down a mountain, is learning he's adopted. Which, my guy, you never noticed the hair thing? But as the sun begins to rise, because this takes a long time, Rand gets to the village and sees that there are still fires being put out because his farm being attacked was not the only one. The village itself was laid siege to and would have likely been burned completely to the ground. But Moraine, the Aes Sedai, who was posing as a noble person, had a moment where she was like, all right, well, the sky's off, let's murder. And so her and her warder Lan came out and single-handedly, and some of the villagers did fight back, push off the Trolloc assault. Rand does bring his father to...
Yeah, what about the fucking, 5-foot sword that went through her belly? Or chest, sorry. Oh, my bad. Sorry.
Moraine, and she is able to heal him despite being already exhausted from having to do so much other channeling in this time. And importantly, she's originally we have to leave before your father regains consciousness, because she wasn't able to fully heal him back to I'm great, due to how much she was already spent. She was basically just...
No. That's incorrect too. He was so weak because he was so injured, and healing takes energy from the person being healed. So he was exhausted because the amount of healing he needed. Isn't that... Wait, did I miss it? What? Am I wrong? Again, this could be just me misinterpreting, but I thought the reason Tam, because they reiterate many times, the way Aes Sedai heal takes a lot out of the person being healed too. And Tam was infected with, the Thakandar blade. So the healing took a very large toll on him. So he was unconscious and basically in a coma recovering. Is that incorrect? Am I remembering wrong? I was just thinking maybe Charles can understand, but only if you can actually speak like one. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, yeah, there's no reason to think that Trollocs would be walking around talking to human beings. Right, and that's why he was in a coma, because he was recovering, because the amount of healing that she had to do, which used up basically all of his fucking energy. So she basically had the healing basically put him into a coma because of how taxing it was on him, right? It wasn't that she half healed him. If she half healed him, he'd be dead because the Thakandar infection would take over again, right? Am I? You're remembering correctly. It was Nynaeve that figures out a better way of healing. Yeah, well, yeah, her healing is way better, but it's like, your remind is it's like why Matt is fucking weak as fuck and starts eating platters and trays of food because the amount of fucking energy it took out of him was fucking just giant. Okay, so I'm not fucking like I'm not losing it, right? Like it was always my understanding that Tam was fucking like near death and had a Thakandar wound, and the amount of healing was so vast that it basically put him in a coma, and that was the only way he could recover, and it took him weeks. Like wasn't he in coma for weeks? There you go. Trollocs speak in a Trolloc tongue. They have a guttural language that they use at Shadar Logoth and with Fane in the Great Hunt. There you go. A few days, okay. But yeah, okay. I'm making sure I'm not remembering shit wrong because it's just like I'm hearing some of this is like that's not how I remember it.
Stabilizing him. But eventually Rand's like, no, I need to talk to my dad. And I think I even got this wrong in a previous summary where I said Rand wasn't able to say goodbye to his father. He is able to say goodbye to his father, but that doesn't happen quite yet. Because during all of this chaos, a few notable things happen. One, Moiraine asks Rand whether or not he's been having strange dreams and tells him that she can help with that. Dreams are a very important thing in the Wheel of Time. We'll get to that. To keep track of how many times I say that throughout this video. But his sword, the one that he took from his father, is also taken note of by Lan, who notes that there is a heron mark on it, meaning it is the sword of a master bladesman, like someone who was able to actually go through.
You couldn't say Blade Master. You just
a process.
I know it's a small thing, but it's just say Blade Master. Yeah, he was just extremely weak, right? Yeah, I that's why I said basically a coma, like cause he's just like it, like took like he was basically bedridden, right? Because it was extremely taxing. Right. So, sorry. Right. So she's not a natural healer, and all the healing she had done had already taxed her. He was in bed for a few days or a week, but woke up later to talk to Rand before he left. Right. So it's So I'm not saying I know she was doing a lot of healing, but it wasn't that she half healed him. It was that the amount she had to do because he was so wounded exhausted him to that degree. I guess it's up for interpretation. I don't know.
Prove they are a top tier swordsman. So, Tam just pulled that out of nowhere. So basically, it's not like he put a Glock on the table. It's like he put a Marine's decked out rifle on the table, and you didn't know he had that. But the final bit of key information we get here is that a lot of these attacks seem targeted. This was not a random Trolloc raid. There was an organization to the Trollocs' efforts. And while Rand was actually making his way down this country road for the third time, he had to hide at one point from the Trolloc army, leaving the village with the Myrddraal leading them. And Myrddraal is this. They are servants of the Dark One who are able to like take control of groups of Trollocs and make them more organized, better fighters. But in linking themselves to Trollocs, they create a vulnerability where if the Myrddraal dies, all of the Trollocs they are linked to do the droid thing from the Phantom Menace and shut down. But it's also known that if you're going to kill a Myrddraal, you need like a battalion of men. They do not go down easy. You can even like shoot them in the face and they will not accept that they are dead yet, is how it's put, which is really scary. Again, kind of a horror book. But Rand, not willing to leave until his father wakes up, falls asleep in a chair next to him, and he has scary ass dreams where, yes, there are Trollocs in Myrddraal, but there's also a scary man in voice. I wonder who that could be, who's telling him that he needs to serve him.
Wow. Son dedicated to his father. That would have been nice to see.
Rand is started awake, and yeah, keep track of how many times dreams are important throughout this series. It's gonna be a lot, but he's able to finally say his goodbyes to his father. As they're preparing to leave, we see that there is some serious rabbling happening outside. What do I mean by that? Well, the villagers in their
Critics say it also lends credence to the later revelation of how careful healers must be so that they don't kill their patients, right? And when you're not a natural healer, this becomes more so, right? And that's why Nynaeve's discovery is such a big deal. Well, on top of it being better. Okay, what do we got here? Hold on, what? Mr. Salvier had apparently seen to Tam as well. Tam had been undressed, his clothes now clean and nearly folded on the bedside. His blanket was drawn up under his chin. When Bran touched his father's forehead, Tam's eyes opens. Hey, our boy, couldn't even see you. She said you were too tired for her to wake just yet, so I could look at you. Even Bran can't get around her when she has her mind set. Tam's voice was weak, but his gaze was clear and steady. The eye said I was right. Rand thought with rest he would be good as ever. Moraine, the Aes Sedai, said you had to stay in bed. She said weeks. Tam opened his mouth, but Rand went on. And she talked to Mr. Silver. Oh, well, maybe I can talk to Meryn around. Tam took no sound. No, not sound, hopefully, though. He gave Rand a sharp look. The way, yeah, so. Yeah. So. So I thought so whether it was days because it's Tam or weeks, like they wanted him to rest. I could imagine Tam got out of bed and said, I 3 days is good. Tam's that kind of badass, right? I could see Tam being like, all right, dude, all right. I've been in bed for fucking 3 days. I'm done. Let's go. Where's my son at? Right? I can totally see that. Holy shit. All right. Well, I guess the question is, do you guys want me to watch this whole thing like this? I mean, not tonight, obviously, but like, if you want me, like, I'll watch a little more for tonight. It's getting late, but if you guys are interested in me like continuing this and doing the whole thing and seeing, well, I guess this is sort of a fucking, that is a weird pause too. I'm gonna take that one. All right. Sorry, I don't got a whiteboard, buddy. Because like the reason, so I'll tell you why. The reason why I'm curious, very curious, is because Daniel Greene is a self-professed Wheel of Time expert. who has read the series many multiple times, sort of like, you know, akin to a certain Sarah Nakamura, who I don't believe has read the series nearly as many times as she says she has, and especially since she, you know, didn't stop them from doing anything on the show that was wrong. Well, that's sort of my point, Nate. Like, if you're gonna do this, probably read the books. I mean, I'll be. It's not. I don't think it's easy what he's doing either. It probably took a bunch of edits, but I mean, some of the stuff has just been actually wrong. Well, he did it for. He's got 500,000 views on it, Mule. That's why. It's called money. No, I look. I don't. First, I don't really think it's an easy task. So I think it's like it's a mountain to climb. Like that's the first thing. But some of like the Bella thing is just cringe shit for. But that's, you know, it probably gets a laugh from the other side of the fandom. Right. So, you know, that's who he's playing to with this, right? Obviously. So, I get it. I get that, but it's like, you know, I'm tired of hearing about Bella. Bella can go to the glue factory. I'm fine with that. Who's Therese? I don't even know who that is. I don't know who you're referring to. I hate him and 500,000 other people. Sorry, man. But like, yeah, I don't like that's the thing. I mean, I don't think this is easy. So I sort of expected him to get miss some stuff. Oh, okay, gotcha. But I'm surprised of some of the stuff that he's gotten wrong, and he really should stop referring to the show because like every time he refers to the show about anything, it doesn't help his summary because the show is not include any of this shit. So like every time you go back and forth between the show and the book, you're just confusing things because, you know, pretty much it's crazy. We haven't listened to much of it. We've listened to 22 minutes of it. Of that 22 minutes, and be honest, what was in the show? I'm sitting on 0. Well, Narg attacked them. Right? So it's like just separate them because they need to be separated. The Prophet of the Dragon doesn't know who Trez is. We must have been in completely different circles online when the series was coming out. I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, I got my screenshot. Yeah. Well, the problem is, so the walking on the road, I don't count the walking on the road. Well, like what, just the physically walking on the road. I don't count the walking on the road because the show didn't even do the bare minimum and show a second of the fade being there. The show shows them walking down the field with the fucking the cider and shit, and he looks up and looks at some trees, and there's nothing there, and that's it. So, like, I guess if we're just like actually just talking about the physical walking, sure. You know, but remember, Tom not there, Coins not there. Let's see, the forest trudge, which is a lot of it, not there. Prologue, not there. Were Ravens there in the show? I don't think so. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. Well, yeah. I mean, that was an improvement the show did, right? Strawberries. No color shifting cloak. No more Rain being a lady and him being her bodyguard. You know, they just come in and walk in and be like, "Yo, bitch, I said die. Give me what I want." You know, instead we had like Egwene pushed off a fucking, cliff and killed. Perrin killing his wife. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, Perrin's not even a fucking blacksmith. Jesus Christ. It's just, oh my God, remembering some of this shit. Oh, he's not even a fucking blacksmith. Good night, man. All right, well, so I guess I'm gonna stop it there. Excuse me. Wow. Blah. I'm gonna have to decide whether we keep going or not. I mean, if you want me to keep going through it, see how it goes, I'm up for it. But it's 11 hours. It's a lot. The show is bad, we know that, but at least none of the book characters are in it. That's 100%, and that's why I'm saying like he shouldn't be referencing the show. Right? Every time he references the show, he does his book review a disservice. Yeah, well, that's my point, right? And that's like that. I think that was before you got here, Andrew. It's one of the things that bothers me most about this whole show book situation is you got the show people, the show defenders who say they love the books. So I would assume they do. I guess, but every time you have an article or someone like Daniel Greene or anybody else that defends the show and likes the show say, well, hey, if you want to know how the series continues, pick up book 4 or 5 and you can see how it ends. That's not factually true because they are two completely different stories. One is actually Wheel of Time, one is some fucked up clone. So if all you've read or if all you've consumed of Wheel of Time is the show, you need to start from Eye of the World. Period. Starting from Shadow Rising or even worse, Fires of Heaven, you're going to be confused as fuck, especially if you start at Shadow Rising. Y'all know why. Why would it be a horrible idea to start at book 4? Because the show didn't even pretend to do book 3. So Rand's Kalandor's involved and all kinds of shit, and it's just like, no, you can't. You can't. It's just it's factually incorrect. Like whether you enjoy the show or not, it's factually incorrect. You cannot pick up the books a few books in and pretend that you know what's going on because you watch the show. It's just factually wrong. You can't do it. Same old story. Hollywood thinks they can do better than the source material. Same thing happened with Cyber. Was it that bad? Splinter Cell was that bad. I know you're talking about watching it. Book 3 was season 2. No, it wasn't. Where season 2 was any of? Come on, man. You're being a dick. Yeah, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking baby maker. Sure. Yep. Yeah. That's because yeah. I forgot. That's why. What the fuck? The hell was that? Whatever. Why? What is happening? This shit is freaking out. Sorry. Oh shit. Really? That sucks. I don't know. I wasn't sure who even made it. Yeah, and there was this one article that like pissed me off because like, we keep like, and that's the other thing. We've had years of people saying, "Oh no, it's good. Oh, it follows enough of the books." No, and after season 3, everything was, well, it's finally starting to get good, and it's actually starting to feel like the books, and it's, both of which are factually again incorrect. Season 3 does not feel like the books at all. And anybody that says so, I challenge you to tell me what part of the books season 3 covers. Accurately, anyways. I would love to know what is happening there. That's what is happening. Sorry. Oh man, you're killing me. All right, fellas and ladies. I think I'm gonna call it a night. It's getting pretty late. And oh shit, it's later than I even thought. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you, Alex. Thank you all for the member chats and all of you. Sam also, if you're still here, thank you. Right now these super chats are me. Thank you. Like everybody's been very, very generous. So thank you. It's all helping me greatly getting through this time dealing with hospital shit and sort of the repercussions of that. So thank you very much for everybody's generosity so far. It's been great, and hopefully almost through it. Just yeah. So trying to it fucking sucks. Don't get sick. Oh, it's like getting sick is the worst because like first you got to get well, then you have to deal with all the shit that didn't happen while you were sick, right? So it's tough. So thank you all. I appreciate y'all. I may do tactics tomorrow morning, Fadian, if you're around, or if anybody's around. So I might do some more game stuff tomorrow morning. Depends what's going on. And I don't know. I may if I'm bored, I may be back doing this tomorrow night too. We'll see, or doing something. We'll see. I got a whole bunch of articles open that I didn't get to. They're old articles, but they're still articles, so those are always fun, right? So, yeah, so thank you guys. Thank you all for the support always, and for being here always. It means a lot. So thank you very much. And Mule, you stay golden, Pony Boy. Okay. You know, get back on them. You know, get ready for Fourth Wing season. I know you're ready. Alex, I actually there's a world where I actually probably watch all, do a rewatch. What does DFL stand for? I like, sorry, I'm old. I don't know. You keep seeing DFL. I don't know what the fuck DFL is. But I am still trying to, in my head, consolidate whether I think season 3 was the worst season. Because there's a world, there's some stuff that I extremely hate in season 3. I fucking hate episode 7. I think episode 7 is one of the worst pieces of shit they made. Sorry, man. I'm not hip like you kids. What can I tell you? Mule owns you a meme. Which meme? That's the only good thing that happened. What the meme of? Are you talking about the Predator versus Ewoks? Oh, the Dragon Fuckers League. Jesus Christ! Why can't? Sorry. I did that with Circle of Jerks too. Everybody, like, the one time there was a circle. Dax did the Circle of Jerks raid, and I'm like, what is COJ? It's like, Jesus Christ, Steve. My brain is fucking full of holes. I'm sorry. I'm like Matt, only there's nothing in there. All right, everybody. Good night. Thanks for being here. And thank you again for all the donos. I appreciate it very, very much. It's helping. Almost there. Thank you very much. All right, guys. We'll see you very soon. Have a great night. Bye, guys.